That's good. And let's do this song because it sounds cool. Oh, is the music not working? No, the music. Okay, how do I get the music to work? Literally just had it. Properties, Chrome, Music, Google. Right, that should be it. Shoot. Hidden mixer. Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. Let's move that there. Let's move this over here. I think I'm very close to being starting. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. You don't get a treat yet, sir. I was helping another person stream. Helping? Yes. I was on, which y'all can probably hear now. Okay. Getting set up. That's it. That's good. And thank you for the follow, Pat's Hello World. Alright, we are close to starting. And do this. Pin that message. And what am I missing? Nope, not stop streaming. That would be incorrect. Away we go. All right. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Shell? Welcome back. Welcome back. I have a new UI because people rightfully complained that they saw too much of my face and not enough of the resume, which is accurate. People do not tone in for this beautiful visage. But hey, Bartapuck. So, yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Brain, immediately, I'm tired. Hey, Foam. Thank you for mentioning the League of Legends one. That is my best metaphor, and I really swear it's like my magnum opus. Okay, so this is, I think, a front end. Nope. Is the sound okay, everybody? Everybody good? Again, I changed the settings. I hope this is good. Yeah, new settings. My Twitch stream was broken, so I can't raid, but maybe YouTube people will join. Hopefully. I do appreciate it, Raymond. I was on Raymond's stream for the last hour talking about stuff. So, he's very awesome. You should follow him. I think he's more active on YouTube than Twitch, but yeah, he gives software advice, but less so from like the resume perspective and more so the person who actually knows how to code. So, this is currently streaming on Twitch. I need to add it so it streams on YouTube as well. Because originally I read that was against the terms of service, and then I see everybody doing it, so I'm like, is that not against the terms of service? I don't actually know. But yeah, I'm gonna try it, because I didn't want to break anything, because, you know, but apparently that doesn't matter. So, but yeah, we have a front-end dev for this. Oh, right, I need my writing page up. Let's do this. Oh, there we go. Gang is getting better. And again, bigger, not better, bigger. And you can also thank Raymond Jones. He is awesome. So, hey, Pat, there you go. Yes, I think I did follow you correctly. Pat was on the other live stream. Yes, I did. So, our first person is a front-end dev. I came back from a flight yesterday, and my girlfriend also is not feeling great. So, if I may have to take a call, may have to end the stream early, because, you know, I need to make sure she's okay. So, but so far, so good. So, music is higher than my voice. Okay. Then, let's change this. I can never do the music right, because I don't actually listen. That's 36.7, so let's do this. There we go. That should be better, hopefully. Let me know if that is good, and I'm going to bring up the front end stack. Bear, what are you chewing? Is that a toy, or did you get into the garbage again? Oh my gosh, I hope you did not get into the garbage again. Come here. You don't get to do that. We're sick for a little bit, but it seems like you're better today. So, testing. So that's that. Reading plans and maybe also from RESTful APIs. This Docker Jira. Okay, and SQL. There we go. Oh, Foam gave Bear a treat. Okay, sir. Come here. All right, let me make sure I can give him a treat. Did that change it, Raymond Jones? I think I changed the music down. I hope that works. Because, like, I actually can't work with sound. So I can't hear it. We do have an overfeeding limit. I don't want to... Look, I care... Bear is a very healthy dog, and I aim to keep it that way. So, here's the good boy. All right, stay. Yeah, stay. Go, Bennett. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. But yes, when I started that, I made sure that he would not be overfed. I do not want to overfeed the dog. He is a healthy 10 and a half years old, and I aim to keep him healthy. So there is a limit, but you know, it's kind of a high limit because he's 100 pounds. So, and that's a healthy weight for him. So, you know, he's a big boy, front and dev. But I want to make sure he's not a bigger boy and keep him healthy. That's the goal. So, all right, that's good. Let's do this review. All right. What am I doing? This. And it is legible. Good. Yeah, hopefully this can actually be seen. I don't know if it can be seen on cell phones yet, but we'll see. I may need to make it even bigger, but... All right, we are reviewing a front-end dev. Also, if you may notice, I changed the layout. So hopefully this is more legible on cell phones because it really wasn't before. So this is a front-end developer, and I do not know how many positions they're looking for or what the ratio is because they did not say it. So I also see specifically that this is... an Egyptian citizen of Alexandria. I can only judge this as if they were a U.S. citizen applying the U.S. or green card holder, one of the others, because I don't know what the recruiting meta is outside. So, assuming this was based in the U.S., let's begin. Good. This is quick, upfront. Physical education is not quite what they'd be... So, I would recommend maybe not having the bachelor's degree of physical education. This is one of the few exceptions because, again, it's not related to software engineering, but it's very quick, so it's not a huge deal. Front-end developer at X, Cairo Remote, July, perfect. So, build a CSS, that's one, using Tailwind, okay, and SAS. SAS is spelled wrong, it should be S. Wait, is S lowercase a, lowercase s, uppercase S, I think? Software as a service, I think it's spelled wrong, but that's not huge. Enabling reusable styles and UI components, which accelerate development and improve team efficiency. Okay, so again, I only have 3 keywords here, which kind of 2. I don't know if SAS is a real keyword for front-end devs. It's not bad, though. So, create a detailed documentation for the design system, including guidelines and examples, ensuring smooth adoption. Again, you're missing the what. I have the how. I have the why. I don't know what. Quickly learned Angular to contribute effectively to team's development, showcasing adaptability. No, this is not a good sentence. So, I do like what you're going for and that Angular's there, but you could say something like learned Angular to do X, which succeeded because of Y. But I have gone through 3 bullet points and I've only really seen 2 keywords. 3 and a half, let's say 3 keywords, 3.5, which is CSS, Tailwind, and Angular. And truthfully, Tailwind is less of one than CSS. It is there, so, which I guess it is Tailwind CSS, but again, I'm not a coder. You gotta talk to me like I don't know this stuff. Again, I've placed a lot of IT people, so I do know a little bit of this stuff, but and then we have here, front-end developer, design and implement a scalable React architecture. Okay, perfect. Again, SAS is spelled differently, but that's minor. TypeScript, React, Bootstrap, fine. TypeScript is more in full stack than front end. Architecture is good, but again, missing. So yeah, I'm missing this, right? Like boosted website performance by optimizing, just say by using HTML, CSS, and JS files. What is JS? I know it stands for JavaScript, but the recruiter may not. So formatting wise, this is fine. This is good formatting because you took my formatting and I appreciate it, but keyword wise, this is missing. So I'm gonna need more. I need this. Remember, I am looking for JavaScript, React, Angular, HTML, CSS, and PHP, maybe PHP, SQL, Scrum, Agile, RESTful, API. So ideally, the biggest ones are going to be here, and SQL and RESTful, and I don't find those. So I'm gonna need more keywords. I don't think I could move you forward, but I don't think it's gonna take an incredible amount to change this resume. Your formatting is fine, so good. But yeah, I could. Again, I think this resume might have passed in 2018, and even then barely, but in the current market where there is a flood, at least in the United States, I have no idea what the market is in Egypt or wherever else you would be applying to. I don't think this would fly. Formatting is good, keep the formatting, but you need to add more keywords. So let's move on to the next video. All right. SAS is, okay, cool. I am very glad I got the SAS acronym right. Thank you also for joining me, GoFresh 420. SAS, that sort of CSS thingy. Yeah, software as a service, which was S lowercase a lowercase a s. Oh yeah, this is, okay, this was my dyslexia. This is just SAS. Was this misspelled? What was this? Is it just SAS? Like, I hate IT names. All right, I might have been wrong on this one. People are gonna roast me in the comments. All right, let me see if I can actually find this real quick, because I'm pulling the LinkedIn up here. Now you can actually see my screen too. So SAS, I see, it says it should be here, but I don't see it. This one I might be wrong. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, well, they're gonna roast me in the chat for that one. I've never actually heard of that one before. SAS or less. That's such a weird name. That serves SAS and servers. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I was wrong there. That was in fact a keyword. Not in a ton though. There is some, but that's, well, you know what? Let me redo these things. So we're looking for this. No, I'm wrong. That's actually a keyword. I think I'm actually going to add that. This is in enough of these positions that I think this is good. How many SASs are there? I don't know. So let me actually add that to the keywords, because I think that is something I need to update. And then we're going to do this as a bonus, which is SASS, SAS, which is it all capitalized? See, I thought they meant the other one, but no, I was wrong here. How do they spell it? It's all caps. Okay, cool. Well, people should rightfully wreck me for that one, but still, SAS. These are all just styling stuff. CSS is like similar to domain. SAS and Jess. Less. Too many damn acronyms and not enough jobs. Yeah, I will always hate IT. IT names. They are ridiculous to me. It's like, yeah, this is SAS less pass slash, and then you just have somebody's name like Bob, and it's like, okay, cool. They're so a nightmare. And then you have skiglearn, and then Kubernetes. At least Kubernetes is sort of easier to say. So I despise IT keywords names. I will always do it. They are ridiculous, and they've never sparked joy, even when I'm looking for them and I find what I need. So there are way too many acronyms. All right. Who is next? We've got a software engineer intern. So let's see. Looking for feedback on how the bullet points are organized. Intern. All right. Did they? Please tell me they did not dox themselves. Okay, good. That's good. So let's go to it. Boop, boop. But yeah, how is everybody else doing? So, and again, I talk to, like, people are not there while I record, but after I record, I'm still glad to answer any questions or anything. Bear, don't just lick my elbow. Anything anybody wants or needs. Is this still on? No, it was just Bear making a weird noise. I wanted to make sure that wasn't there. No, you're not getting another treat, sir. You have a limit. Also, you got, like, sick over the weekend because you ate old food that we found. Yeah, you don't go into the garbage. You know you're not supposed to go into the garbage. It's not healthy for you. No, there it is. That was what I was looking for. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, this is a software engineer intern. All right. Should the... I do want to ask a question. I do like this all to... I like this to be bolded. Should this be bolded? Is this better? This might be better, but I want to make sure it's legible, so I don't actually know. So, let me know if it is. But anyway, let's go with this resume. All right, we are looking at a software engineer intern. Also, I want to make a correction. After the last video, I looked something up, and I was wrong. So this is still for front end, not intern. I just wanted to correct it because I already recorded it. That is an actual keyword, which is SASS. That is a keyword for front end. It is not major. Not as many jobs had it, only in the entire United States of those that were remote. 1,000 had it, which... But I think it is important that if you it's a bonus. So if you do have SASS, that's important. Also, I think it is spelled all caps. I was confusing this with particular SaaS, which is software as a service. So yeah, SaaS is in fact a correct keyword. Anyway, and I just wanted to correct that for front end. So what we're going to be looking for is in an internship, because this is what we're looking for right now is an intern. They're looking for an internship in software engineering for summer 2025, and they want to know how everything is worded. So let's check this one out. Intern. Okay, so the normal stuff with intern is, again, same as normal, basic tech stack. They can work well with others, and you can take criticism. They have all of these. Not a huge fan of this in the formatting, nor do I like skill sections. Also, if you are applying for an internship, it is critical that you have your education up top. I know that sounds weird, but if they don't see it, they may miss that it's an internship. So I would switch the summary of skills with the education. They do want to know that you are specifically going here. Also, I don't know if you need this one, which, yeah, people can't see it because of how I newly formatted this, but it's under projects. So anyway. That needs to be up top. So, software developer intern. This is good. You have a lot of other internships. So, redesigned ASP.NET Web API endpoints and interface minimal wait for data was only 30 days from your websites. Blah. Wrote numerous SQL scripts to transfer. That's fine. OS, ASP. So, I think this is a C. Led a team of 4 to improve platform development, scaling operation. Look, I'm not a fan of these because they don't have enough keywords, but just the fact... Also, you don't need to say part-time intern. Intern is expected to be part-time. Just the fact that you have 4 other internships, you should be fine. I would prefer more of these in the bullet points, but there's not a ton I can really do. Although, let me relook at your... Okay, yeah, now I'm seeing it. So you have a application ratio of 1 to 75, which isn't great. But with all this experience, I really think we can move this to like 1 to 40, 1 to 50. Again, internships are highly competitive, and I think the keywords are missing. You can kind of skip that. Well, normally I say you need, wow, brain immediately faltered. Normally, what you need is to show that you can work well with others and take criticism, but the fact that you have 4 other positions kind of goes past that. You're fine. You're pre-vetted. But I do need some of the more basic keywords. Like, I'm missing... I don't know what stack this is. I'm assuming it's C. But I don't know. So I'm going to need these right here, because these are the correct keywords. These are good keywords, but they don't matter unless they're in here. Also, this doesn't need to be bolded. This doesn't need to be bolded. This doesn't need to be bolded. Not a major thing at all, but, So education at the top, put these into the bullet points, and I think you're fine. That's kind of all I can give with this. It's not going to take you a lot to really fix this. I think it's going to be like 15, 30 minutes of work, and then your ratio should increase dramatically. So that is it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and if you're here in my stream, I'm not leaving yet, but I will see you all on the next video. Bye. So, volume is kind of low. I can never get... Why does it always change? Why does it always change? I can never get this darn thing right. Okay, so hopefully this will not blow people's... Okay, we're at 11. Let's go to testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Is this volume acceptable to me? So there we go. I upped the volume. I hope I'm not blowing out people's eardrums. Also, welcome back, Clem. I accepted your invite in Marvel Rivals next we play so that you can guide me. Although, admittedly, I don't turn on voice chat because I don't have that set up, so. Alright, but I hope this fixed the sound issues. But yeah, how is everybody else's search going? Let's see, 59.5, this was that resume. I am going to be crazy busy this week. I got a bunch of new recs, particularly for X-ray technologists and nurses. So that is what I am going to be hunting for this week. And next, and probably the week after and the week after that. That is what my schedule is going to look like for a while. I've paused throwing out resumes until you review mine. It's fair. Let's see. We did an intern. Ooh. This is actually interesting. Director of IT. Director of Customer Support. That's going to be tough. It's always kind of tough to do like heavy high-end managers on this one because they kind of have a different structure to how their resume needs to be. So, but I definitely don't have that keyworded, so I have to find that. So let's dig into this one. LinkedIn. All right. Director of IT Operations. I have no idea what those keywords are. I'm to round 3 of the interview pipeline from a cold recruiter reach out on LinkedIn. Nothing I've applied to has worked out yet. Oof. I'm sorry, Buggy. I could go through the resume again and see what it is, because I know we did some of that. But I also know very specifically that now recruiting is back in process. So, and I don't remember what your resume looked like. So, architect jobs. You ever done architects? Once or twice, yeah. Gold 3, I think you got it between X rank and what? Great. Darn it! Clem, you can't carry me. Yeah, I've done architect. Architect is pretty useful. It's I've done a couple of those. They really do like the word architect. All right, this is gonna be. Let's take off these so it's not all remote jobs. So let's do. I'm gonna skip got it dot whatever because that's kind of like a. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of requirements. So. No, it's not. Let's see. So this is IT in large scale. Let's do large scale infrastructure. Oh, wait. Did I delete the... No, I didn't. That's funny. There's also not a whole lot of reason looking for recently. They're mostly reposted months, weeks ago. Oh, that also would explain it. Oh, this is your resume? Let me pull this up. No, that was 59.5. This is this. Okay. Is this Job Hunter? Is that who you are, Bart? Because I will say specifically that if this is you, there is a separate style that I can work with you on that does work better. Okay, yeah. So I don't like doing this too much because the style of resume that I teach people is specifically very good for IC positions and lower level managers. There is a better version for high-level directors. It's just it's such a nightmare to teach, and you cannot combine them. So whatever you do, you cannot combine them. So let me show you what it looks like real quick. Is sort of like this. So the one I recommend other people do, which I realize I should have both up to compare. Why did I not bookmark my own website? Where I have my own template up. Okay, cool. I gotta go to my own darn website. Endless Hunter. Did I? Yeah, okay, cool. I misspelled it. I don't know why I picked a name that is so difficult for dyslexic people when I myself am dyslexic. That was a bad... I think if I had to redo this, I would change it to Recruiter Reacts or something, because that is a easier thing to type. But, so, here are the two sample resumes, and I'm going to tell you the difference. Everyone doesn't watch you if you streams out send you the second mission. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to focus more on bullet points or anything, but these are the two types of resumes, okay? So this one is functionally better for non-managers or alternatively like lower level managers. Really? Okay, quick question. Am I too low for anybody else? Or is it just Clem? Is it just Clem or is it everybody else? Okay. It may be you, Clem. I just want to be sure because I can't tell from my end. So I just want to make sure because this is me talking and I need to make sure I can be heard. So I'm going to give everybody else a second or two to respond to that, just so I know. Stream is normally lower than others. I just turn up my speakers. You know what? Maybe that is a problem. I can increase the volume. Because I'm not a good judge of this, I will be honest. I like my volumes low, and my girlfriend makes... Nope, not girlfriend. Fiance, as of last Saturday. The Saturday before that. My fiance makes fun of me for it, that I have everything very low. So, thank you. Yes, the proposal went very well. Yes. Well, it wasn't a surprise that she said yes. It was a surprise how I proposed to her. So, she also stops by the stream now and then. She is Rosie_D. So, if you see Rosie_D ever on the stream, that is my fiance. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right. Bart is also like, I don't care about this. I want to make sure I can get a job. So here are the, yeah, I guess you do want to know. Okay. So we had talked previously. I'm just going to tell you how I proposed. We had talked previously that we were going to get married. We've known this for a long time. We talked it all out. She knew I was going to propose. That was not a surprise. She didn't know when. So what I did was, that was my one thing I said is like, I'm okay if we know. I want to surprise you because I got proposed to once by somebody else and it felt amazing and I wanted to give her that experience. So what I did is I pulled an actual Kansas City shuffle where I tricked her into thinking I would be proposing about 4 or 5 weeks from now, maybe 3.5. I'm going to out of the country with her for about a week, which also means I won't be streaming for a week in late February. So on the 20th, I think. So I tricked her that I was going to propose to her then. In addition, we were going to look at venues for one of the wedding parties. And what I did was I had called the staff previously and I got all my friends together and we tricked them so that instead of showing her the actual venue on the second one, they would take her to a private spot and I could propose. Also, we're not huge on rings, so what we're planning on doing is getting a tattoo instead of the ring because we both don't really care for jewelry that much. And that was tough because, oh my god, how do you propose? You still need something. So I got customized dice with our initials engraved in them. And I used that. And so what happened was during the trip, I said, oh, honey, I've not been feeling well for the last couple of days. I'll meet you at the next part of the location. I snuck out the back, went up an elevator to the place where they would actually do it. And then I had my friends there who were basically taking the video and had her family on a Zoom call. And when she came into the room, I had some of them play the music that is not her favorite song, but sort of one of our relationship songs. And then also, she's huge into Final Fantasy, and she always said Grahatia was her cat husbando. She didn't say that. I'm making her sound that. She said it is her cat boyfriend from FF 13, 14, 12, whatever. And so I came out cosplayed as Grahatia, which she definitely didn't expect. So all that happened out of nowhere, and while she did not expect it, and everybody came out, and I proposed. So yes, it was good. It went. It very nearly didn't go to plan, but I'd been planning it for months. So also, if you're here, honey, I love you. I don't know if you're actually on or not. She's not feeling well, so she may. That's also why I keep checking my phone, is to make sure she doesn't text me to need anything. So, yeah, that is how I proposed. And it was exhausting and fun, and I loved it, and I'm very glad she got it. Happened. So, and nobody will probably ever see the pictures but us. So, but I can tell the story. So yeah, there are, Bart, so there are 2 types of resumes. Never combine these, but this is sort of more the manager resume, which is going to be the same here. Then it's going to be a summary of this is actually going to have, I don't I can, maybe? Can I share it? Let me see. Let me check to make sure I can give people a link to this. Can I download this and send it as a file? Huh. Can you add me on LinkedIn and I can send it to you there? I need to actually add this. It takes a little bit, but essentially it's going to be a summary, which is going to be the keyword of qualification 2, keyword of qualification 3, and then what you do is you put, so right here in your resume, you would basically put all of your experience where it meets that qualification in here, all of them that meets here, and then at the very bottom you actually put your work experience, so it would look like this. It might work better if you've only had one position, so yeah, that's, but never mix them, so they're gonna look very different. Like I said, just remind me on LinkedIn, I can send it to you. I'm not a huge fan of teaching this because it's really easy to mess it up, and it's really hard to mess it up. So it's really easy to mess it up, and both those templates do not go together, so you kind of got to pick one or the other. So I will sort of be judging this to make sure the bullet points are right and then do it. Also, we're about to have a break, and then I can do that after. So, yeah. So, add roles. All right, be right back. Ow. All right. Let's see. Make sure that doesn't show. Okay. Director of IT. And then let's do the actual stuff. Large scale infrastructure. IT. It'll. And IT management frameworks. Cloud on premises. Infrastructure, familiar cybersecurity. This is going to depend. Strategic thinking. So, largely, this is going to be how you solved problems with people. And let's see, Director of IT Operations, qualifications, previous experience, Director, and Architect vision from a portfolio, fully remote workforce is fine. Types of people you've managed. Okay, we're back. So, I am just making sure I get the things for the IT, and I think I did see you message me, Bart. I will look at that after this stream and try and send you this template. So, which I really like. I don't want to put on my website because people are going to use it and they'll be like, this one doesn't work, or they're going to combine it, and I don't want them to combine it because that's not good. So, okay, let's see. There's going to be a lot of this. Again, this is systems planning development, excellent communication, both technical and non-technical. Critical interrupt. All right. Okay, question in the chat, or anyone got experience of hiring contractors on a project? I've done that before. I've hired contractors before. I've done full-time, part-time, contract, perm placements, temp. So, larger portfolio. How are we going to write this? Enterprise rise. So this is going to be more, I would say, scale and type of, what do I want to do? Domain. All right. And then we've got, the keywords are going to vary, but I think this is what we're going to be looking for. Governance, Minnesota, cannot require person experience, figures, people management, director of IT, proven experience with IT functions, policies. Yeah, I would say infrastructure exceptional technical attention to detail, communicator, stakeholders. Yeah. So stakeholders, and then exceptional technical aptitude. Let's see what else. Solve problems. How you solve problems with people. The scale and type of domain. That is correct. Cybersecurity frameworks, and then I would say scale and type of domain would probably be under like cyber, infrastructure, which I absolutely botched spelling that. So I need Java developers for a project almost immediately, but not sure how to go about it. Yeah, I can do that. I've done that. If you're in the US, actually no, I have the ability to do that. So you can message me. So here, if you want, send this. I will give you my own link. I do this. Put your information in here specifically. This is my actual corporate help. It will ping to my email, and then after today, I can search for it and maybe we can meet. But yeah, I don't advertise this part because people think it's like, no, this is the business side that hires me to solve those solutions. So, but yeah, I can potentially do that. Also, you really did interrupt, so your name is perfect. I love it. Yeah, no worries. I mean, well, I'll see if that's something I can do, or at least recommend somebody who can. Proven experience in managing IT and projects. I think this is solid for what we're looking for. Stakeholders, PMP. I know I'm missing something, and I want to make sure I get it. Again, this is, I feel like, the real hardest part for me is double checking these keywords. IT strategy. Is that what I'm looking for? What am I doing with this? Stakeholders and creating IT onboarding systems, and I would say what kind of projects. There we go. Okay, that's more accurate. I think I got it. I think I'm able to review this now. Director level, it gets a little bit different. So, all right, there we go. That's good. Let's make sure this is shown. Okay, and we're ready for the next video. So again, Bart, I may ignore you a little bit during this, but I'll tell you how to put these in afterwards. So, now I do the weird smile for the camera. Haha. I am reviewing a director of IT operations. So, what we're going to be looking for here is going to be a little different than other types of resumes. Also, if you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. So what we're going to be looking for is less of keywords and more qualifications. There are going to be keywords, but they are going to be less important than actual qualifications. So the keywords in particular we're going to be looking for is like stakeholders, IT, ITIL, large-scale infrastructure, and then there's going to be like certifications. And this is really going to depend on the type you go to. So like cybersecurity or cloud, which would be like AWS. So that kind of thing. And then what we're actually looking for in qualifications is going to be how you solved problems with people. And by that I mean, as a director level, you're either the people above you or you yourself are going to say, the company has a problem. Here is how I solve it. And you need to show that you have solved company problems. And depending on the company, that's going to be different. But they want to know that you've solved it with people. So, like, as an example, we had, let me use this as a better example, actually. There is a flood coming to our town. So what I did was I hired, fired, and made sure our team of ex-flood engineers were equipped and protected. I directed them on how to build the infrastructure to protect from the flood, and I ensured X and Y so that when the flood came, the damage was minimal compared to X and Y. That is going to be one type of bullet point. The other type is going to be the scale and type of domain. So where the first one is how you solved problems, the next one is going to be how you, what type of problems there were, right? So like there were flood problems, and I know this isn't IT, I'm just trying to use it as a broad metaphor, but like, was it cybersecurity? Was it infrastructure? Was it cloud? And like how big it was, right? Like how many people you managed, how much was it, how long did it take, etc. They also want to know that you've spoken to stakeholders, and then a little bit more like what kind of projects you've done. And I know there's a lot of similarities between these, but they're slightly different. So this is what we're going to, on average, be looking for in a director level. Honestly, director level, not just IT, but, you know, so a couple of keywords, how you solve problems with people, the scale and type of problems, and then what kind of projects you made in general. So let's look at it. All right, I am an experienced IT director of 15 years in optimizing and enhancing operational efficiency and solving process-related issues. So, summaries are not usually useful. Admittedly, for director levels, they can be useful, but this does not tell me what I need to know. I do like cross-departmental teams. I like data systems, but I want to say something like, I am a IT operations director with over 15 plus years who has worked with cybersecurity, cloud databases, X and Y, and done Y and Z. Core competencies. So I'm not a fan of skill sections, but higher level manager positions can have skill sections, but these are not the skills I actually need. So it is going to be largely assumed that if you put a skill section on your resume for director level, that you've kind of done it. So this is where I want to see like cybersecurity certs. This is where I want to see like cloud, AWS, Azure, that kind of thing, because it's less important that it's here and more important that it shows you did it, which again is the opposite of what is normally the case. So let's go to the actual one. Led the department and management of a customer support ticketing system. That's so far good. Ticketing system. Improving ticket resolution and escalation processes across teams, resulting in faster response time and higher customer satisfaction. Yeah, I like that. I need a little bit more. I want to know more about it, but that's so far okay. Led the design and implementation of a custom billing system integrating 13 plus vendor APIs. That's fine. Ensuring accurate and reconciliation of 20 million revenue. I like that. So also you've applied to 1 in 50 jobs, which admittedly you started in December, so I actually don't think your ratio is terrible at 1 to 50 if you started in December. Manage seamless integration between Salesforce, kind of managing data flows between SaaS platform. So yeah, here is what I'm largely missing. I know what your projects are, and that's perfect. I like that, but I'm missing why the project was important. Like why? No, this one is fine. This one is good, but I'm missing. You know what? Let me go back to this one. Resulting in a faster response time and higher customer satisfaction is solid. But you know what I don't know? I don't know how many people you had on this team. I don't know the budget of the team. I don't know if you did it on time and under budget. I also, that's kind of the main thing that I'm missing from this. Overall, actually pretty solid first bullet point. Led to the design and implementation of custom billing system. This is okay, but again, how long did this take you? What was the size? In fact, that's also something I need to know is, have you noticed that there is, like, I got, like, no sleep last night, so I'm trying to formulate this correctly, and management resumes are very tough, especially this high. But I think overall what I'm seeing here is you do tell me what the project is, and you tell me how important it is, but I don't know how you utilized the human resources you had. How did you create teams to handle problems? How many people were you in charge of? And I think that's largely what we're missing in a summary sentence here. I think this is a solid sentence, but particularly for this format of resume, I would kind of like a slightly better summary sentence that says what your team size was, what your annual budget was, that kind of thing. So overall, I can definitely see this passing. But there is another type of resume formatting, and you are in chat, so I'm going to give it to you, that we can work on that is better for directors, which it's a nightmare to teach, but I'm going to try to teach you. So formatting wise, I'm trying not to get too into it because I think we're going to change it, but I think your bullet points are mostly good. I think I'm just missing a little bit of this right here. 20 agents. Okay. I'm missing of an overall what you are, but I think this is solid, and I think we can work with this. So I think this could pass in a couple of places. And considering you've got 1 to 50 and you started applying in December, I think that is accurate too. But I think we can pump it up a notch, right? So I think this definitely passes, but we can make it even better. So let's go on to the next video. Okay, I hope that made sense, Bart. Let me know if that actually didn't, and I will give Bear a treat. He is knocked out over there. So, let me do that. This was 60 and 1. So yeah, I hope that made sense, Bart. Okay, cool. So, I don't think these are bad, but it basically dictated what you were saying, and it makes sense. Okay, cool. So here's how I kind of want this to be written. Is in this case, and I've had trouble teaching this type of formatting, essentially, is brag number 1 would be related to how you solved problems with, like, people. So this would be like this would be written like sort of management, and then how many, or directing, you know, leadership, whatever, probably leadership would be better. And then it would show like, led a team of X and Y, led a team of Z and D, led a team of X and Y to do X. Then this would be sort of like, I would say, projects or something. So this is really tough because my brain is like failing me on what these actually should be. But based on this one, so basically it would be how you solve problems with people, what types of projects you've done, and the scale and domain of the projects. So one would be showing your team size and how you utilize them. The other would be showing the project size and your results for it, which you basically have in a lot of these. And then the third one would be sort of like how you creatively solve problems, or you noticed there was a problem. And then you basically copy paste it from everywhere else in your resume and put it here. So, and then you pick the best of each and put one here. So that's how I would do that. Also, let me give the dog his treat. Gosh, are we running out of treats already? Yeah, you get one, buddy. Okay, no, we still got a bunch. Ah! There we go. Come on. Sit. Touch. No, touch. Paw. Good boy. Good paw. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Yeah, thank you, Clem. Clem gave you a treat. You're a good boy. Yes. So, and yeah, remind me and I'll send you the thing in a little bit. But yeah, this would be like the type of project. This would be the scope and size and the industries. And then this would be like how you manage the team and everything. I would say, and you have to convince the recruiter who doesn't know anything about it, but I actually don't think your bullet points are bad. I just think you're missing a little bit. So, yeah, like you would do, you know, I don't know if this is no, I think that's the way to do it. So, okay. Are there any questions about this? Sorry, my brain is tired. But I want to make sure you got it. Come here, Bear. And then we can move on to the next. So I think it's sort of a formatting issue and you're just missing a little bit primarily. Which isn't bad. Not bad at all. So, okay, perfect. Then let me go to the next one. Okay, this is a software engineer. Which kind? Don't know. You can delete my second submission. Okay, that's fair. Let me... Which one is this? Let me get the email. Okay. Got it. Deleting... Ah! No. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. Brain. Software engineer, 1 to 50. Okay, that's it. That's all I know. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, away we go. This one's easy. We are looking at a... Forgot to change this. Software engineer. What kind? I don't know. Oh, Java engineer. Okay, perfect. That's good. I didn't look at the keywords right before because I didn't know what kind, but do I have Java engineer saved? I don't. Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna go based on what this is. So let's look at this. This person applied to 50 apps and gotten the ratio is 1 to 50, which is not good, but not terrible, especially in IT. So what we're going to be looking for is that, see, off the top of my head, it's going to be SQL, any type of cloud, the word Java, probably Kubernetes and Spring, and then React and React API and maybe one or two others like that. So that's what I believe the keywords is off the top of my head. So, all right, formatting here is awful. Implemented a batch processing system for bank documents, increasing the daily output from blank to blank. Okay, don't care. Developed enterprise level monitoring, enterprise Linux, don't care. Legacy code bake. Okay. Yeah, this needs to be reworked. I think the fact that you state that you're a Java engineer up here and that you have this is probably helping you a lot, but formatting wise, this is awful. Single column, I have it below this in the video description. There is a template. I would like you to use a template. Please use my template, single column. And I will be honest, these bullet points are not, while they're not good, I don't think you need to do a lot to change them. So all I really need for this, and again, it's not going to be much, is implemented a batch processing system for bank documents using Java, blank, 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 and blank. That would be fine. That you're just missing those keywords. Then developed an enterprise level monitoring application for international organizations using in an environment of X, Y, and Z. And again, what I'm going to be looking for, there's going to be more than this. I think the last video, the video before this, there was a Java engineer. We're going to look at Java, then we're going to be looking for like Spring, then we're going to be looking for any type of cloud, any type of AI. AI is a bonus, it's not necessary. But we do need any type of SQL. So these are going to be the main ones. If you do this alone, your ratio is going to go up. There's probably more, but again, I didn't know this was a Java engineer until I looked at it, and I would not actually know this is a Java engineer unless you stated right here that you were a Java engineer. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do with this. There's absolutely no keywords. So your bullet points are, all you need to do is just put in the bullet points. This is going to be a pretty short review. I don't think this is going to take you that long to change. Put it into a single column, and you should just see a lot more interviews. That should be fine. So let's move on to the next one. All right. How long approximately after a submission can we expect a review? Hey, Benjispet. Usually the turnaround is 1.5 weeks on Twitch, 3 weeks to show up on the YouTube channel. I do them in batches here, so it's about 1.5 weeks. Right now, I am reviewing ones that were sent on the 14th of January. And I should get through episode 60 and partway through episode 61 on this, essentially. So 1 to 50. So here's the thing. For a software engineer in particular, as this is a bad market, I would say 1 to 50 is like a C-, like it passes, but it's not great. Because you have to determine the market. And software engineers is rough. It's really rough. A good ratio would probably be like 1 to 30, 1 to 40. Like that would be fantastic. But again, it's a downturn in the market. So 1 in 50 is a pass. I'm just trying to make it slightly higher on the ratios. But I hate how this part of my nose always itches. So that's kind of the thing, because it's not the worst for software engineering, especially for software engineering. It's like, I'm gonna say it's more like a C rather than a C-. I think a C- would be like 75. So for anything involving IT, a 1 to 50 ratio is solid, essentially, because there's just less opportunities and there's more competition. Like accountants, 1 to 50 is horrible. Like you should be, for an accountant that has a year or two of experience, it should be like 1 in 10, 1 in 20. So it varies based on the market. Again, it's kind of like I say in the D20 metaphor, is you're rolling with disadvantage, so you're not going to succeed as much, but you still need to succeed a little bit more, right? I'm trying to make it so that instead of success on a 1 to 20, you get it on a 1 in, like Not 1 in 20. Instead of getting success on a 20 only, you get it on an 18 to 20. So this market is legit insane. Yes, it is. And I think like 4 years ago, the companies that rejected me would have talked to me by now. Maybe. Again, it is very tough for entry level, especially. Like if you're entry level in software engineer, 1 to 75 is like solid. So I'm in the final stage for something. Yeah, and they told me thousands of people applied for the roles. Yeah, and that is exactly why. Because like you did my method and you got interviews out of those 1,000. But there's still a lot of competition. Like I can't guarantee somebody. I can just improve their odds. So it's rough. 5 to 8 years experience, but I feel super bad for the juniors. Oh yeah, you should. Juniors are... It's rough for juniors. I'm glad to help, Shell. Thank you. Yes, I'm very glad to help, and I know that it's working. It's just, you know, you have to temper your expectations based on the market, and right now, it is rough as hell for software. It was definitely not the case before, but, you know, since late 2022, it broke. And I want to make sure you get interviews, and I just want to also make sure that people are, you know, making sure... I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, so, you know, a 1 to 50 for software engineer is okay. It's not great. You can probably do a little better, but, like, it's okay. So. Alright, this person is... What did they... Jeez Louise! They sent me, like, a 12 paragraphs. Alright. As many others, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my 30s. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out, though. Currently trying to get into data analytics and possible AI. The attached resume is formatted with the relevant and professional experiences split. Okay, this is my attempt to have any data-related skills read first. What the hell are they? Okay. Sorry, like, they sent me, like, 12 paragraphs here, and I just need to make sure there's nothing I'm missing. Undergrad, the bulk of my data skills and suspicion. This is where I used MS Office special programs, data analysis, writing. Before you ask the university of writing real openings, I wouldn't ask that. Being applying to jobs based on Indeed so far and change up my resume when applying on data jobs. Okay. I think I got the gist. I don't know if any of that were related. But, alright. So yeah, Benji, Ben, I'm just calling you Ben. When did you submit? Because if it's today, I'll probably get to it in like I said, a week and a half on my channel. And then it takes about 3 weeks to actually do it. Because I should get through episode 65 by the end of this week. Maybe 66, 67. Last Wednesday. Okay. Yeah. So this week... I think I can get to yours this week. 21st. When was Wednesday? Yeah, I should be able to get to yours this week, either tomorrow or the day after. Depends, but yeah. But I should be able to do that on Twitch then. Okay, so this person wants... Gosh, I don't know. This actually confused me more. I'm assuming that... Okay, I have to look at this resume. I don't like doing that before reviewing it because I don't want to color my expectations of it, but okay. I guess they do want data analyst, so let's look for data analyst. This one's tough. So what does it say? Welcome to the chat room. Did I just like get out of it? What? Okay. Data analyst. I think I actually have data analyst here, but they also said data... No, that's business analyst. No, here it is. Data analyst. Okay. I knew I found data analyst before. I knew I did. Data analyst. Python, R, Power BI, AI, data visualization, ETL, leadership, stakeholders. Solve issues with data. Visualization. There it is, ETL. Okay. All right. We have an ad in 2 minutes, so I think this is what they wanted. Like, if you submitted it to me, if you're in the chat right now from Reddit and you submitted it on the 14th, let me know because I am very confused. Gosh, the bulk of my data is so okay. Because they said they wanted to go for data analyst or any related titles like data entry, but those are different. Data entry is not data analyst. Data entry is a very different role. Data entry is kind of like a minor, like, helping people input stuff, and is more akin to like an admin assistant than it is really to data analyst. Because one is sort of like understanding the data, and the other is just putting it in, which is probably what I'm going to use for the actual example in the video. Because like data analyst is not, this person is confused, and it's confusing me, which isn't good. So, but I want to be able to help them. So we're gonna do what we can to help. That is the goal. I am here to help, even if I hope I'm here helping. I always want to make sure I'm helping. So, let's see. They did that. Yeah, I guess that's it. Let's go to the resume, and then I'll do it after the break. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything for this one. Again, it's another double column. Don't double column. Stop columning the doubles. They don't work. Double columns do not work. They're not good. Single column is the way to go. I don't know if any resume that was better by double column. Excuse me. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get water. I'll be right back. Okay. Might take a break in a bit. Let's see. All right. Let's do this resume. I'm very confused about, but all right. So for this resume, I don't fully know. I'll be honest, they stated that they were a data analyst, but then they put they're also okay with data entry positions, and they sent me like a giant paragraph, but it didn't help explain sort of what they wanted. So I think I'm judging this based on a data analyst, because data analyst and data entry are very different. Data analyst is sort of like understanding the data, while data entry is really more akin to an admin, like administrative assistant. It's not exactly, but it's close. So for a data analyst, not necessarily data entry, we're looking for SQL, Excel, Tableau, Power BI, AI, ML, Jira, Python, R, leadership. Sorry, that was for a senior one. Leadership you don't need. Subject matter expert also. Data visualization you do need. So let me just remove these real quick. That you've done ETL, you've talked to stakeholders, and how you solved issues with data. So that's what I'm going to be looking for here. First off, please use a single column. Double columns are almost never good. You also explain why you did this in reverse chronological order. That doesn't help. Please never do that. Okay, so, and then you just have 2000, 19. So you also need the months. Every time you do... Okay, so here are some basic formatting issues. Always, with the exception of graduate, like education and certificates, you need the months. Because otherwise it looks like you've only been here for a month. Excel is part of that. University of Redacted, courses, education, okay. In progress. I mean, they don't care if it's in progress. They want to know that it's completed. This one's good. Power BI dashboard in a day. Okay, research assistant, compiled results from statistical reports using combination of R and Microsoft Office. Yeah, those would be the keys. Developed and published new findings in these. Okay, that doesn't matter as much. Researched and experimented on aquatic animals. Okay, gathered data and recorded in Excel database. Again, that's really more data entry. Extracted DNA for processing in salmon labs. That's not going to help. Okay, utilize specific POS systems, create customer profiles, recording data, maintain history. Again, that's not worked with customers to understand outline, educate customers or project by project, maintain front of house inventory, no. And then it goes from 2018 to present, and then this? Firefighter's neat, but that's not what we're looking for. I don't know what this is. This would not pass. I mean, I will be quite frank to you, person who sent this in. You need to redo all of this. None of this really works. I do know you gave me a reason that this is not in chronological or reverse chronological order, but that doesn't matter. It still needs to be in reverse chronological order. Because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't know what to do for this. There's literally nothing here that I could work with. Because some of this is needed and then others isn't. Because the only thing I got out of this is that you did use R and Excel, and that's all I've got, which is good. R and Excel is good, but this is one of the few where I don't actually care as much about Microsoft Office stuff, specifically for a data analyst. Like again, maybe a data entry would care about Word, Excel, but not necessarily data analyst. So this would not pass because I don't know what this is. None of this is what I would be looking for, except for like 2 things. And I couldn't submit this because the manager would just throw it back to me. So this whole thing needs to be redone. There's no nice way to say it. This whole thing needs to be redone. You need to use a single column. You need to find a way to do it in actual reverse chronological order, because this is so weird. It doesn't work on any level. Please stop by the channel. I will try and help you out. Yeah, I just, this whole thing needs to be tossed and restarted. Please use the format I have below, and then we can also clarify what you're doing, because again, data analyst and data entry are not the same thing. They both share that they use Excel, but those are very different jobs. So let's move on to the next resume. I hope that was helpful. It's like one of those things where I don't know what to do because there's nothing here I could use, and I have to tell them to redo it. But I don't want them to just like wait 3 weeks for me to tell you it's all wrong. So, but I hope that at least gave them some actionable insight of how to change it, because that's very confusing. I don't know how to do any of that with this. Nothing about this works. Never double column. I don't think I've ever seen a resume that is double columned from a formatting perspective that is better than a single column. To add in stuff not directly related, yeah, Buggy, I agree with you. Because what I think they did, and they kind of explained this, is they said it's not as related. But if that's the case, like, because this is nice. Like, you could just put your projects and then experience. But then I think they go down and then they do volunteer experience. And it also seems like more of the scientist stuff rather than data analyst. Like, I don't... Here's why this resume fails above all else. It's not just the keywords. It's not just the formatting. It's... I truly don't know what they're trying to be. And... because, like, this is neat. It's awesome that you're a firefighter. Huge props. That's a dangerous job and we need it, especially in California. But, like, it's not what they're looking for. The sales associate, again, can actually be used as some experience, but this is from 2018 to present, but then it also shows that 2023 and then also this, but like I don't even know where their education is. Okay, it's here, but then it looks like they're still in school because they got this stuff and they did other research assistant. Yeah, I don't really care for this. Like, it's cool, but it doesn't help because like I don't know what they do. It's And again, this is why you don't do without months, is because this could be from January 2023 to December 2023, or it could be from January 2023 to January 2023. Like, everything, this resume does almost everything wrong. Like, this may be one of the worst resumes I've seen here. And I'm not even trying to be like hyperbolic. I think this is one of the worst resumes I've seen here. Because it does almost everything wrong. And again, there's degrees of wrong, but this does most of them. The double column doesn't work because the structure is a resume to prevent instant from descending or report, what should be highlighted to skills section isn't going to be as noteworthy as my experience. I do get it, right? But then this is a case where, I will be honest, this is a case where the other style of resume would probably be better. So the other resume is good for managers, the one I showed Puck. It's also good if your experience is chaotic. But even then, it's kind of hard to convince a manager that skills you did 6 years ago are going to be relevant. I get where they're coming from, right? Like, I understand the psychology of why they did this. It's just, it doesn't work is the problem. Like, they had a good idea in theory, but it doesn't work in execution. They probably should use the other format, because that is a good one if they're chaotic. But like, if a manager sees this, they're going to see 2019 and then they go, okay, Excel, I don't really care as much. Then they're going to see this, and it looks like they've been unemployed for 6 years. And it would make sense if they were currently going to school, but then it looks like they graduated in 2014 and their last job was in 2019, January. So they've been unemployed for 6 years, which is not good. But then you scroll down and they're okay, sales associate. But like, there are ways to write this, even with both formats. It's just, they didn't do it. I get what they were going for, but it didn't show. It is, you have to be specific. And I think this is the big thing, is a lot of people try to make a generalized resume like this, and it doesn't work, because this doesn't have the keywords I need for a data analyst. It doesn't really have the keywords I need for data entry. So yeah, this is probably one of the worst resumes I've seen here. Because like, they're not going to go down here. They're going to see this and assume they didn't have any other experience. Like, this can actually apply relevant experience depending on who they talked with. Because like, worked with customers, understand their outline of their project vision, preference, and goals. That's cool. But like, that can actually work as an equivalent to stakeholders. Like, yeah, you're not going to say stakeholders, you are going to say customers, which is good. But I want to know how that relates to what this is in data analyst. Because like, if these projects were relevant enough, that could be useful. But I assume not, because this could actually give some good experience. And then if they showed that they were currently like in education, or they were currently doing this stuff, that's fine. It just, I don't think it works on any level. And it's, a recruiter will see this and be like, no, nothing about here does. And this is part of the problem, I think, as well, is people will, in trying to correct an error in their resume, they will make it worse. And it's kind of the equivalent of stealing a pack of gum, getting caught, and your response to that, instead of, my bad, let me pay the fine, is to throw a smoke bomb and light something on fire. Like, it's sort of the equivalent of that. So that's my issue with this, is it's too much. It doesn't do it. So let me move on to the next one. I need to make a note real quick. Okay. So But yeah, double column doesn't work in general. Yeah. All right, enough on this one. I hope they come by and I can help them out. Okay, we got a full stack. Like, I could kind of already tell that there was going to be an issue when they wrote that giant thing that I saw. Like, it was 3 paragraphs of like, oh no, this is not going to be good. Because that usually happens as people get too in their own way. Let me make sure my girlfriend is okay, so I'm just going to send her a text. Okay. Brain. What are we going? Full stack? Okay, we're going to do 2 more resumes and I'm going to take a break. Okay, this is full stack. All right, for this resume, we've got a full stack dev. Yeah, so normal TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, SQL, React, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, and any extra languages, and Git. This person has applied to 150. That is a ratio. That's not good. So let's see what we can do to help. All right, associate technical consultant, Salesforce developer. Okay, developed a responsive email landing page using JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, resulting in 20% higher click-through rate. That's fine. Campaigns, engagement, and boost. Okay, Salesforce and Marketing Cloud to develop websites, emails, and filter out data. Implemented Agile Scrum. Creation process, like 40% of emails. Okay, I mean, we have a lot of the keywords, but I think... So this problem may not be a keyword problem. I think they actually have a solid amount of keywords. I think probably the issue is you are looking to get to a full stack position. Let me just double check that. Yeah, full stack developer. I don't see TypeScript. I also only see JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Yeah, so first off, this reads like a front-end dev. Actually, kind of solid bullet points for front-end dev. But I don't see the back end. In addition, this title, Associate Technical Consultant, Salesforce Developer, I don't know. I think if a recruiter saw that, they'd go, okay, well, they're not a full-stack developer. And they may just move you to the next person. There are internal and external... there are internal and external company titles. Internally, your title is Associate Technical Consultant. Externally, you can be almost anything you want. And a lot of people mess up on this because they assume they're like, oh, I'm going to show that I'm the CEO. And it's like, no. Your goal is to show the people that you are qualified, that you meet the minimum qualifications. And how you would do that is... you would just write software engineer or full stack developer or front end developer. And then in the interview, they could say, so front end developer is like, well, my official title was associate technical consultant, but my duties were really more of a, full stack developer or whatever. So you're not going to hide it. You're just going to show the manager it during the interview. But this really does read like a front end dev. I don't really see the back end. And I think a lot of people would discount you immediately because it just shows associate technical developer, which again, not what they're going to be looking for if they're looking for a full stack. So that I think is the main problem with this above anything else is just that. Let's see. Also, you don't show where your education should be up at the top. Projects, designed a fully music player for Apple Swift. Okay, that's fine. API, RESTful API. Again, where's the Python? Where's the Java? Do I even see any TypeScript? There, right at the bottom. Yeah, so yeah, that doesn't count. You need it in here. All right, this is an issue of the people are going to look at this and immediately assume you're a Salesforce developer, not a full stack developer. And they're not going to know enough to know the difference or the equivalent skills. So I would probably change this to front end, or if you really did full stack, then do full stack, but you need to make it read like full stack. Like, I am missing that TypeScript, which you say you have, but I don't see. You do have cloud, which I do, but it's after marketing. So that should be okay. But you do have a REST API. But again, this is an issue of people looking at this and saying, okay, this is a Salesforce developer. This is not a full stack developer. They applied to the wrong job and they're going to move forward. So your bullet points are okay. You just need to add more of the main primary language so that it reads like full stack instead of front end. And you really need to change the title of this and stop with all the bolding. The bolding is actually making it harder to read. So that's what I got for this. I'm sure there's other things I could do, but you know, primarily I think your issue is right here, because the very first thing they see is that you are not a part of that job. So let's move to the next one. Marketing Cloud sounds off to me. Yeah, I didn't know enough about Marketing Cloud. I hope I mentioned that enough, because like, Marketing Cloud? I do wonder if they even have it for, like, you know, sorry, just checking to make sure she's okay. Okay. I wonder if this actually works as a Salesforce position as well. I don't know. I mean, I haven't done a lot of Salesforce. That's not something I have a ton of experience in. I think I've done, like, maybe one of them. And then it got, like, moved or canceled before I could fill it, because I didn't have it for very long, so. But yeah, Marketing Cloud is weird. Again, they wanted a full stack. That's what they wrote. And it's just not there. So, also, thank you for the follow, Miley Moo. Millie Moo? That's a cute name. So yeah, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, last resume, then I'm going to go take a Marvel Rivals break. So, but let's do the last one of this series, and then I'm going to take a break. Okay. They are unknown. They are a freshman. All right. Cool. Which means I have no idea what the keywords are. Okay. All right. So we are reviewing a software engineer. Yeah, they are a software engineer. I don't know what type. They just said they are a freshman. All they told me was software engineer. They haven't told me what their ratio was, that they are a freshman. So I don't even know if they're going for an internship. Maybe they wanted an internship and that's what they said. I don't know, but let's try and judge it based on that, which is really not a ton of information for me, but we'll try. So if we're looking for an actual software engineer, I want to have what type of software engineer you are just slap me in the face. I want it to be very obvious, very clear, very concise that you are X or Y. So let's see if I can't find that. All right, formatting wise, this is off. There's too much bolding. Again, and education takes up too much stuff. At least in the United States, again, the fact that you use 8.8 out of 9 means you're not in the United States, I assume. And I don't really know how other countries do it, but you really only need your bachelor's, and this should be one line. You can fit the GPA in one line. That's all. Programming language, this actually reads like full stack. I'm not a huge fan of skill sections, but whatever. It does read as full stack. Also, this education should be about the skill sections. Work experience, full stack developer and founder. Do not say founder. One of the worst things you can do on your resume, one of the biggest red flags, is show that you own the company. Above all, that is a giant red flag to hiring managers. That is one of the biggest red flags you can do. You can just say full stack developer. I would just say full stack developer. That's all you do. And then you could essentially say developed multiple custom web development projects from scratch. That's fine. But don't say you're the founder. They hate that. So, develop multiple freelance custom web projects from scratch with React and Tailwind for local business e-commerce stores. That's fine. I actually like that as a summary. Achieved over 500K community views of pages and generated over 2K in revenue. See, I don't have context for this. How is this good comparatively? Is generated over 2K in revenue or 2,000 in revenue could be very impressive or very, very unimpressive. And I don't know. How much revenue was it before? How much did they pay you? Because that, I don't know. You don't give me enough. Increase performance of website responsiveness using Next.js features. This is fine. I actually like this bullet point. Storage, product data, apartment, purchase order, client information with Node.js and MongoDB on the back end is solid. I'm missing a few of these. Like I'm missing JavaScript, but this is fine. Yeah, so you're missing some keywords in this. I actually do like how these are written though. They just need a little bit more keywords, but except for this bullet point, the rest of this is solid. I actually really like that. But yeah, I'm missing JavaScript. I'm missing TypeScript. I'm missing HTML, CSS. No, I do have CSS here. I'm missing HTML, and I am missing, where did it go? Anything SQL, anything with SQL or any cloud, which you may not have, but that's okay. Projects, inspired by my first place study app. I developed an AI-powered note-taking app. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, so your formatting is hurting you, and how you wrote this is hurting you along with the founder. Like, if you literally just shrunk this down to one line, maybe got rid of this, added a few more of those keywords here, remove founder and change this, and stopped bolding these, I think you'd have a solid resume. You may be going specifically for internships, which is going to be a little bit different, but overall, I think you're in the right track. So yeah, good job. Which I hope that's okay. So I just realized you have the LinkedIn links at the top. So let me redo this. Yeah, I just noticed it too. I mean, I'm assuming since they deleted those, but let me just go down so it's not visible, and I'll redo this real quick. So I think that's okay. There's a GitHub link. I can't not. Okay. Can I black out this from a PDF viewer? I don't know if I can. Let's see. Projects. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it like this. Okay. Good catch. Let's redo this. I'm okay leaving that up on Twitch, but because I don't think I can cut that all out, but I'm assuming they're okay with that. I'm really more afraid of email and phone number. But let's redo this. All right. So, all right, for our final review, this is actually the second time I reviewed this because the first time they had doxing information. So I cannot move from this little awkward formatting or it will dox them, and I'm not going to dox them. So, in short, since I technically already reviewed this one on Twitch, what is the problem with this resume is not hard to fix. So first off, the formatting is off. There's too much bolding. This shouldn't be bolded. This shouldn't be bolded. This shouldn't be bolded. The education should be above the skills section, and the education should fit on, at max, 1 to 2 lines. This is not a U.S. education. I don't know if this is needed as much. At least in the U.S., your secondary school is not needed if you're already enrolled in a bachelor's, but yeah, I don't know. That might be a thing that is outside the US. So this could probably fit on 1 or 2 lines max. Then work experience, they had a giant red flag, which was that they said they're a founder. Never say you're a founder or a CEO or owner unless you are applying to be the same, because that is a giant red flag to hiring managers. One of the biggest red flags. Also, I forgot, they're trying to be a software engineer. I think. Maybe intern. They didn't give me any information. So, they have a 1 to 50 ratio? No, unknown ratio. So yeah, I'm going practically blind on this one. But yeah, so formatting is off. Founders shouldn't be there. But truthfully, their bullet points are relatively solid. This bullet point isn't. This is not a good bullet point because I don't know in context how much 2K is. But overall, the rest of them are very good bullet points. They need a little bit more keywords. Excuse me. So we're basically missing JavaScript. We're missing TypeScript. We're missing HTML. We're missing any type of SQL and maybe another language or so. But those can be easily put in if you did that. But yeah, this is the only bad bullet. The rest of these bullets are actually solid. They give a good description. They tell you what they did, tell you why they did it. And then projects-wise, even though people cannot see because of the formatting, they're actually done pretty well. Same with the coding instructions. So yeah, it's really just a couple of issues like that. It's formatting, you need a little more keywords, you need to remove founder, and then you should probably have a much better success. If you're looking more for internships rather than full-time, then you want to add a little bit of how you worked well with others. Although admittedly teaching over 125 kids between 9 to 14 is solid. Kids can be cruel, and being able to teach them so that you have patience and can do that. So overall, okay, you just need a couple of fixes and you should be in a much better situation. So thank you all. I appreciate it. I will see you all on the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It is very helpful. Thank you. Managers hate it, primarily. So the big issue with that is this is, wait, hold on, let me get the note right. This is 65. Okay, cool. So it's a red flag because managers think one of 2 things. And to be clear, I don't think this. It's just it's sort of like an inbuilt prejudice when you have that type of founder thing on there, is that you are either, oh shoot, I did this wrong, that you either are only looking to go back to this job to raise enough money to go back to your own company, or alternatively that you were not skilled enough to stay in the game, and if that's the case, why would they want you? Remember, managers are afraid of you leaving, and that basically shows that you will either leave or you did not have the skills to stay in the game. Which I don't agree with, I want to be clear, but that's kind of what it gives the impression of. So, that's why you don't want to do founder. Yeah, I really do be like that. Weirdly enough, this is sort of a... It's okay when this happens if they bring it up in an interview. Like, in the interview, say, yeah, that was my own company, I did X and Y and Z. Usually they're okay with that. It's just specifically when in the resume stage. I found that managers are really kind of okay with it, because then you can explain it. Oh, you're doing some freelance stuff, but it will just put it down as front-end engineer and consultant. Yeah, I mean, you could just do that. That should be fine. And again, it's not like it's something you need to hide. It's just in the interview, you can even bring it up and you'll usually be fine. It's specifically a case of, where did my face cam go? Why is my face not here? It is specifically a, where is my face? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Face cam. Where did you go? Let's do that. And no, I don't know where my face went. Okay, that's an issue I don't want to fix on stream right now. Oh, we have an ad in a couple minutes. So, let's restart this. Rename, remove, reorder, transform, copy. Okay. let's refix this up. All right, face cam, no, add face cam. So yeah, that's kind of the issue. Again, they're usually okay with it once you bring it up in the interview. It's just, you know, they let the prejudice happen in the resume. Because there's a lot of stuff that if you bring it up in the interview, they're okay with. It's just specifically in the resume. So, video capture device, add existing face cam. Oh, that's why. Let's do this. Let's make myself smaller. All right, there we go. And then flip this around. Okay, cool. Face cam is back. Is this going to mess up my other face cam? No. Okay, we're good. Cool. But yeah, freelance and stuff. There's kind of the same thing with contracts, truthfully. If they see a lot of stuff that just says contract, they may assume that you don't want to do full-time stuff. You just want to do contract stuff, which also is not the case. But yeah. And again, once you're actually in the interview, you're fine. But there's a lot of prejudices that can happen at the resume stage. I mean, truthfully, there's a lot of prejudices that can happen anyway, but that's some that you can at least stop and prevent. So. Yeah, there is win some, lose some is basically the very thing. Is if you have too many contracts, they'll assume you only want to do contract positions, which I don't think is accurate, but it's a nightmare to convince them. So yeah, I will play this for about 30 minutes or so, and then I will go back to reviewing resumes, because I need a break. There's only so much resumes I can look at without taking a break. And, well, that break will be this. Which is about 30 minutes or so. And then I'll go back, and I have, see, 60, maybe 61, 62 will do.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I wish I was good with Thor. Jeff, I guess I'll do Moon Knight.
I tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
Oh wait, return? Iron Man and Bruce Banner. Yeah, no, Moon Knight.
Khonshu guides me, just not always in the right direction.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Alright, I will...
Cloudless night.
Do I want to be Bruce Banner? We have him. Okay, I will...
Cloudless night.
I'm not a hero.
Science solved.
There we go. I'll do this.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture
The bonus of having so many rejections is that you're indifferent to it. Yeah, that's very true. You kind of do need to get numb to it, honestly. Darn it. Alright, whatever. I missed. No! Oh, I didn't do my shield. Well, I hope I broke their line. But yeah, there's a, like, I know there's some managers that, like, if I see too many contracts, they'll think they only want to do contracts, so I'm not a huge of, like, your resume should tell the story, but sometimes it does. Like, I do think it should be a government form, but, you know, you also don't usually tell a story with a government form, so I guess that's kind of there as well. Okay, where am I going? Is there a way for me to sneak past? No. Trying to speedrun 100 ejection emails by Veb. Sot rate is 8%, which I don't think. No, I think that is a fair response rate. Like, I actually think that's solid. Hit! Got him. Oh no. So, right now, I think because of my judge, I need to plug it with my freelance. Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, freelance is usually not too terrible, but you don't want to create like a freelance for like 4 years. And I think a 8% response rate is good, because that's... My math brain is gone. I think that's solid. Because let's see, 1 in 20 is 5%. So, yeah, actually, that's really good. Because that's more than 1 in 20 if it's right? My brain? I think that's pretty solid. I think 8% is actually really good. So, see, how much is that out of 20? It's 8 out of 100. 8 out of 100 lowered is 4 out of... Yeah, 4 out of 50. 4 out of 50 is 2 out of 25. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good ratio. Where is the thing? Okay, let's back up. I'm off the point. But yeah, I think that math actually checks out. I think that's really good. Because again, like 5% is 1 in 50. No, 1 in 20 is 5%, right? 1 in 20 is 5%. Okay, that's the brain. So that does mean you're getting slightly better than 1 in 20, which is solid. Because I think a 2% is like mid, right? Like the bare minimum is 2%. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because a 2% success rate is like 1 in 20. No, 5% is 1 to 20, which is solid. So 2% would be a little closer. So yeah, that's actually a really good, that's a good rate. Props. Ah, gosh, where am I going? Okay, can we... Alright, I got the wrong person. I meant to get the healer. But it's fine. I distracted them. Yeah, good. No worries. I'm just glad there's success, you know? Oh boy. And now we run. And now I am puny banner.
Jury! Executioner!
I really like when he does that and you just hide behind the thing. Like the cowards we are. Alright, there we go. Nope, I missed. Nope. Hela's ultimate. Okay, we're good. Banner's gone. Okay, cool. That was highly successful.
The current score is
Let's see, and then we're gonna have to defend the point.
0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
So, should I be Penny?
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Should I be Penny or Hulk? Because I don't know if he's as good for defense. I'm still trying to understand the metas and what this stuff is good for. So, if no one says anything, I'm going to be Penny Parker.
My father began. I hope I make him proud.
Round 2, go!
What I do may seem dangerous, but I've never felt safer than when I'm with Spider.
Okay, so go, nope, go here.
He'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Where is a good spot? Honestly, I wonder if this is a good spot. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of in it. Okay.
But if they all cease to exist,
I don't know if this is a good spot or not.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At least I can stay on the point.
Stop them from securing the mission area.
Time for some fireworks.
I'm sure they're gonna go from there.
Enemy in front of us.
I suppose this arc belongs to me.
Okay, oh, there's the Hulk. Oh, are they just diving in through here? They're just going through here.
Mine's in place.
I always help my allies.
Alright, I'm just chilling over here. Oh, hi Hulk. You can't really get over here, buddy.
Mine's in place.
Yeah, this might actually be a very good place for that. Hi Hulk. Okay, bud. That's fine. We're still on the point. I don't know what you're doing when the invisible woman is right there.
This is gonna hurt. We make quite a team.
Yeah, we're fine. We're just chilling. This is a good spot. Okay, can I break this so I can actually shoot things on it?
Mine's in place.
Where's the other tank? He's doing work. I know that. Man, our Hella's kicking butt. Oh, and our Black Panther. I am impressed. While I'm just sitting here chilling on the point, not moving. Getting all the credit. Play the game. I do not move.
I hate honks.
Mine's in place.
I mean, they tried. That was a good try.
This is gonna hurt.
This is peak gameplay. Just this is peak gameplay. Just this.
Who could fight the goddess of hell?
I require some aid. Us against the world.
They just want to stay. This is gonna hurt.
Okay. Still fun. What is that guy? Huh.
Only 60 seconds is gonna hurt.
Oh, crud. That's fine. I got a lot of stuff in there. Alright. And then now I go to the Hulk, because they're all in the base. What are the chances of me landing a software engineer as a fresher? I've been hearing people to just wait till next summer. No. Apply now. Apply early. Get the practice in. I think I've seen people that are freshers get it too. Freshmen, not freshers. Like, the more internship experience you get, the better your chances of securing a full-time position. So, yeah, do that. Keep trying. I mean, don't, like, burn yourself out, but you should keep trying real quick. Because your chances are not great, but the more internships you have, the easier it is to get other internships. Getting a job is unfortunately very much a feast or famine type of thing. And, you know, the better your chances, the better you start early. So, also, be right back. Give me 1 minute. All right, back. But yeah, you always want to start early. The more experience you can get before graduating, the better. Because even in a good market, whoops, sorry about that. Even in a good market, which currently it isn't, although we don't know what's going to happen by the time you graduate, it's still going to be tough to get. So, you know, keep trying. Sure, Shay. Also, thank you very much for joining. Welcome to the channel. So, because, yeah, there's so much feast or famine in general in the job market. Like, it's very much a winner get win more. The more winning you get, the better. The more losing, the more losing. It's a lot of positive and negative feedback loops. So, even if you strike out and don't get any software engineering internships as a freshman, the fact is you still gained experience of interviewing or sending out your resume so that when you are ready to actually get one and you stand a better chance, you can actually get it. So, you can be Moon Knight. Okay. Oh.
I tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
Oh, they need a tank. This poor person is trying to go to be kind and be what we don't have. I see what you're doing, Arches 1000. You're a good person. I was like, oh, this person wants to be Moon Knight. I'll be Wolverine. Oh, now we don't have a tank. I see it. I respect you. You do a good job. I will be what the team is missing.
30 seconds
So,
before you attack. Get ready.
you are a good person. This is the gameplay and teamwork we like. But yeah, like, when did you, like, I think the last resume I reviewed was actually, like, a freshman in college, but, so, anyway, I hope that answered your question, Trissy. Oh, what's this? The healers are undefended? Oh no, what's this? The tank is undefended? Oh no. Ah! No! Okay. You know what? That was awesome. Thank you for the follow, Moo1. Oh, right, I gotta change this to... I keep forgetting I have to actually change this from just chatting to Marvel Rivals every time I do this. That's interesting that I have to keep doing that. But that is what they said. So I will follow people who know more than me that on how to do that. Alright, where are we going? Ugh, I almost got it. I think actually that... I should have just focused the healer instead of capturing the point. Okay, I am... Okay, get team... Nope! Get out of there! That is a... whatever they said. Oh, come on, that didn't work? Oh, I couldn't press E fast enough. Dang it. But yeah, I... always try to get the internships, because they're hard as hell to get. That's my rule. Okay, well, everybody's done, so let's retreat. Let's regroup everybody. Take a small breather, get a snack. Alright, we wait for the other tank. Okay, we're waiting, and now we go back. Oh gosh, they wrecked us. Okay. If that's the case and they wrecked us like that, maybe Magneto.
It is your fault.
Time to drain. Sorry, no walks for you.
You are under my protection.
If the team is doing this... Oh wow, what's this game? This is Marvel Rivals. So after about an hour and a half or an hour of resumes, I take about a 30-minute break to do just another game. Woo! Currently, this is Marvel Rivals, which is kind of like Overwatch. It's really fun. I like it. Nope, nope. You're not going to watch it for great gameplay. I am decidedly mid at best for this game, but shoot. I very much enjoy it. I cannot see. Oh gosh, there's too many people. Ugh. Okay, we're still alive. I'm gone. So yeah, Marvel Rivals. It's very fun. Again, people do not watch me for peak gameplay. They watch me for recruiting advice. I should have been Venom so I could get there in time. Could I have even gotten there in time if I was Venom? I don't know if I could have. Oh well.
The current score is 0-0.
So yeah, how goes your job search, Millie Moo?
Including which side
Because
you're
I
on.
assume that is why people are here. So, does Thanos Snap work in this game? You know what? It should. Thanos Snap should absolutely work. That would be kind of hilarious. Okay, what can we do here that would be better? They or that, so I can be Doctor. Oh, no, he's being a tank. So, in that case, I think Iron Man.
Would have worked out for everybody.
Because now we got 2 tanks, right? 2 tanks? Yes.
I won't shy away from a fight. I'd rather be in the lab.
I just saw your stream at Raymond's. Oh, cool. Yeah, he's neat. Raymond Jones is another person who gives good career advice. As far as I'm aware, he gives advice on how to actually succeed at like the coding stuff, which I don't know how to do. I do at the getting the interview stage and passing the non-technical portions of the interview. So.
Like maybe black clothes. The moon is white, Stark. It shines in the night. So do I.
But yeah, he's cool. He also streams more so on YouTube than Twitch, which I need to do both. Truthfully,
Stop them from securing the mission area.
Richards and Stark think they know everything. But when man plans, the gods laugh.
and then let me get this. Okay, nobody's sneaking up behind us, which is good.
All systems smash.
Okay. Oh no.
Moon Knight's Ankh.
Oh gosh. Good, good, good team. Good team. Oh, thank you, team. All right. I absolutely need a heal. If nobody's here, I will go find one myself.
I needed that. Full gamma power, baby.
Oh no. Okay, okay. This is stressful. What is even hitting me? Okay, get away, please, please. Nope, nope, no, whatever you said. Okay, well, I tried. I'm just starting my job search. It's great to hear all the insights. Many were surprising me. Yeah, I feel like I have a very different approach to a lot of people.
We have to keep it.
Especially the Craigslist, which kind of shocks me too, I'll be honest. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no. Okay, okay, we're good. Oh, gosh. Okay. We have to hold out for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, we can do this. Oh my gosh, she's hunting me down. Okay, I need to hurry up and ulti. So now I know that she is a counter to Iron Man.
Everybody ready? We need all hands for this fight.
Oh, can I get there in time? Can I get there in time? No, I couldn't.
Final score 0
Oh well.
2 1. Well,
But yeah, what was the most surprising insight? You will find your courage to post your resume. Okay, good. I mean, I try to be the harshest. Yeah, she deserves it. She kicked my butt. Harshest critic you will ever meet. So that when you go to the actual one, you know what you're doing. Yeah, I did very mid that game. Wonder who maybe I should have been. Oh, I should have been Punisher. Hi, Bear. I love you. Hi. Did you come say hi? Do you need to go out to the restroom at the next break? Okay. At the next break, I'll let you out, okay? So it'll be another 10 minutes or so, Bear. Okay? And then we're going to let you out, and then I'll go back to resumes for a bit. Yes, you are a good boy. I know. But I'm kind of in the middle of something, sir. I know. I love you. I love you, too. Yeah, okay. Come on. Hello. I love you. Come on. What are you doing? You want to say hi to the camera? You just going crazy now for no reason? He is... Hi, buddy. He is a mix of a... Hi! Lab slash... No. It's a golden retriever pitbull mix. I think that's the mix. He's pitbull and either golden or lab, and I think he's golden. So he's got all the rambunctious energy of both. He is a very old man, and he still has energy. Okay, after this match, I will let you out. I know when I last let you out, so you can still hold it. I know how you work. You probably just heard something. Yes, okay. Hello. Oh, shoot, healer. Oh, no, I'm terrible as healer. I would rather be a second tank. Let's be that.
Science solves problems.
Yeah, he's, he definitely is. Hi! Hello! I know, I'm doing something. Why now? Why are you so excited right now, huh? Oh, yes. Bear! Shell says hi to you. Hello, yes. I know, you've already got treats today. I don't think have you reached your max? You may have reached your max. But yeah, he's an interesting mix. He's a very good boy. He
Namor, as you are well aware.
funny story. So he's my girlfriend's, not girlfriend, fiance's dog. Fiance's dog, and she was worried because she took him to the vet a lot because you know she cares about the dog, and she was like, man, he's just like not paying attention all the time, but he sometimes really does. And then the vet was like, okay, so technically dog ADD doesn't exist, but he kind of has it. So when he's paying attention, he's very good, he's very attentive, but he loses focus all the time. So, alright, I may have wanted to pick a different character. This is so close to, let's go. So, yeah, he is a good boy. Okay, I don't like being this close. Like, I feel like if we lose, we have to go further back, but... Okay, and we hide. Okay, one down, but he's gonna come back immediately. This is why oh shoot, wrong button. Okay, we're just I am a shield of meat. I should have been Magneto, but I cannot leave now because that would be a bad idea.
Us against the world.
Oh gosh, nope. Oh god, can I run? Can I run? Can I run? No, no, I don't need to. My team succeeded. My team is great. I love them. Carry me. Nope, I knew that was coming. That is why I waited to heal. Oh god, I cannot move. This is so chaotic. Oh, well. Nope, nope. Let us out. But not... Wait, what? He can bring us here? He can bring us through here? That's not right. That's not right. Well, that sucks. He just yeeted us. Ugh. No, he's doing a portal. What? No! I wanted to grab him! There we go. Hehe. Got him. Okay, there's gonna be a Scarlet Witch ulti soon, I bet. Where are they pointing? What are we waiting for? Okay. Oh no, they did it in his ulti. Okay, we need to back up. Back up. Back up, back up, back up. Okay, we did it. We did it. We're good. Yes. Okay, cool.
The current score is 0-0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
That was stressful.
Science solves problems.
You'll need a top-notch
Let's see.
team to
We
win this
are No, we're attacking, so I still want to be the Hulk. Is there a better one? I mean, maybe Magneto, but whatever. How little the content counts. Why I said that was because I spent 2 days writing my resume for what I think a tech manager would want to see. Do hiring managers filter more resumes? I got a 5-minute ad. 5-minute ad? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You got a 5-minute ad? It should be 2 minutes max. It should be 2 minutes. Did you really get 5 minutes? That's not right. It should be 2. Oh, no, that's still not how that should work. Is anybody else getting 5 minutes? It should be 2. I set it for 2. I gave myself, it's 2 minutes, so that way I can actually snooze it if I need to. If it's 1.5 minutes, I can't snooze it. So, also the extra 30 seconds I usually need. But, shouldn't be that. I hope it's not. Okay, felt like it. Touche. But yeah, how little content counts was because I spent 2 days writing my resume. Well, I guess, I mean, look, so you need to write your resume for, like, 2 people. One is the hiring manager, and the other is the recruiter. And they're kind of going to want different things, at least, like, 80%. 80% are similar, but some of them are a little bit different. And it also depends on a lot of things, like when you applied, because the faster you apply, the better your chances. So if you spent like 2 days writing your resume and you this was a bad idea, and you and you submitted it to a rec that was like 2 days old, you have much less of a chance than if you just submitted it immediately. So there's a lot there, and I need more context on how to answer that. Oh no. Can I heal people? I do not have heal. Oh no! Oh, the shield didn't go off. Hey, we're alive. I just stopped and thank you for your content. Oh gosh, information. Okay, good. Information provided since I started watching film content is about a matter. Yay! Thank you. I'm glad. I'm very happy, and welcome to the chat. Okay. That was like really stressful out of nowhere. I was like answering, and then the big team fight happened. Okay, cool. Does the day I apply matter, or something? Mondays and Tuesday are the best? I mean, maybe, but I don't know if you can, like, I don't know if the day matters as much, because some recruiters like doing it early in the week, some like doing it later in the week, some like early in the morning, some like later in the morning, and then it also depends because the time zone is going to be different. I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't recommend of how much it matters as to when you apply, so long as it is quick. Because, you know, if somebody posts it like Thursday late at night, and then another person's at like Monday, you're not going to keep track. So, which I'm going to go back to resumes. I took my break. We're good. I do need to let Bear out, though, so I will be right back in a couple of minutes. But let's at least go to the resumes, because Bear is bugging me, and I think he really needs to use the restroom. So, this one I did. Our next one is... The hell is our next resume? Whatever this is. Let's see. Oh, this person did their full information. I hate when they do that. Probably software engineer. So let me get this set up, and then I will take a very quick break, and then I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and I'll try to refresh the ad so it can snooze it. And then Clem, when I come back, I will do his... You know what? This is a good time. I will do his performance review right now. Okay, let me get the trick. He's waiting. He heard that. All right, so... Yeah, I'm not giving you the full thing. You don't care as long as it's a treat, sir. All right, so. Yep. Let's move this over here. All right. Let's see. Can people actually see him? No, wrong way. Is this so hard to control? Okay. Wow, there it is. Wow, it's way off on where it is. All right, sir. So, today Good sit. No, stay. Today you have been actually okay. I will say today your performance was adequate. You were very patient this morning. Unfortunately, you are still on your PIP, which is Pet Improvement Plan. So, because you, over the weekend, got into the trash and got sick. And you did, in fact, throw up like 3 times. And we were concerned and almost had to take you to the vet, but then you stopped because we realized you got into the trash. So, overall, don't do that. Please don't go into the trash again. You were normally a very good boy. That does hold against you, but as you were dog sat over the weekend, the dog sitter said you were very kind and very sweet, although a little mopey because we were gone. So overall, I will give your performance stay. Bear, stay. No, stay. Go get it, good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Your performance is very good. Yes, you passed. Above average. All right, let's touch you out, and I'll be right back. Not a pup. Oh, a pup is good. I actually, we had a better name for it, and I literally forgot right there. So a pup would probably be better, too. A pup. I like that. Pets. Upwards performance. Okay, I'll be right back. He's got to go out. Oh, let me take my phone in case my girlfriend is calling during this time. Okay. We are back. Which also means I need to change this from Marvel Rivals to just chatting. Okay. There we go. Sound is good. I'm in the right position. Sort of. Okay. Oh, yes! This actually means it's going to take me a second because I have to search for this, but This is good. Software engineer, C++. All right, so gonna have to search for this one. I don't know that off the top of my head. I think .NET is gonna be one of them. Again, just keep checking my phone because my girlfriend is under the weather. Fiance is under the weather. I need to get used to that. All right, so this is C#, not necessarily C++. Is that going to matter enough? I know those are different, but okay. Software engineer C++. How do I search for this in particular? I think it's .NET. Let's see if I can do .NET. That might be good. Okay. Hi, Bear. Come here. C++, Visual Studio Git, some experience with C#. Cool. All right, I think I found it. Is the ring tattoo my first tat? Yes, it is. That will be my first tat, Clem. My girlfriend, my fiance has tats. I do not. This will be my first tat. So, all right. So obviously this is going to be C++, C minus, C++, C#. I know they are different, but the skills are going to be some similar. What is it? .NET, right? Excuse me. Does it even show .NET? This doesn't even show .NET, does it? Okay. Well, at least I can look for a little bit. So Git, Angular. I mean, it's still going to be a little bit of full stack here. I cannot type, by the way. Angular, Node.js. So I think we're also going to say SQL. Again, any type of SQL. Also, again, is it better if the keywords are bolded or unbolded? Which are better for y'all? Because I can't actually tell which is better. So, okay, she just texted me. She is okay. There we go. I wanted to make sure. So yeah, I guess it may not matter if those are bolded or not. People are giving me actual ones I haven't done in a bit. Let's see, when is my next meeting today? Okay, good. It's in an hour and a half. So my maximum time here is an hour and a half, which I should get to. I have the same question about bolding, which is better. Okay, sorry. So that was confusing, and you were right, Millie. My bad for new viewers. So in a resume, you should not bold practically anything except, let me get my template out. Why did I not bookmark my own templates? Lee, you cannot do that. If you are doing this, you need to show your actual template. You need to bookmark your real template so that it is actually there. Jeez Louise. Resume template. There we go. We're gonna put this over here. So, all right. So this is my resume template that I made. Also, Shell, I guess it doesn't matter if those are bolded. The only things that I think should be bolded in your resume, specifically in the resume, is your first and last name, your education and certificates. Not all of them, just the section title. Your work history, your project history, and that is it. The actual degrees or certs should not be bolded. The job title should not be bolded. This is a clearer way, which, again, this is on my website. It's free to download. There's also a sample template, so feel free to use that if you want. I think this is peak design. There is a separate high-level manager resume that I think works better, but again, that is specifically for high-level managers and basically chaotic work experience where it's really tough to show. But for, I'd say 9 times out of 10, this is going to be the best template that you can use. It is basic, which it should be. So, man, this person gave me an actual thing I have to search for. Curse you for making me do what I need to do. So let's do, instead of software engineer, how am I going to write this? Let's do a little Boolean. So it's been a while since I had to do a real Boolean. So C++ and .NET. Let's do that. Is VB.NET right? It looks like VB. No, that's the same company. Software developer, SQL, yep, correct. SQL Server, VB.NET. Yeah, VB.NET looks like one that's actually seems to be pretty common. I mean, I do know I'm doing with the other one. I'm just trying to make sure. So I think that would be it. So SQL, VV. That's, the hell is that? That's a link. That's not right. So let's do here. It's going to be VB or the other ones. .NET. There's a couple of other .NETs. There's ASP.NET, so just .NET. Do you prefer not to include a summary, projects, and awards of RDF3 work? I don't think a summary is good, except for in the bullet points itself, which is also, you can kind of see on the template, is the first bullet point under each job needs to be a summary of that job. Everything else needs to be a why, what, how bullet point. And again, projects and awards are going to really depend on the type of whatever you are, which I think you said IT manager. So I don't know. I'd have to look at the overall history of your resume. Truthfully, a very large amount of questions are going to be it depends. Unfortunately. So SQL and cloud are in a lot of them. I guess we're going to do just like full stack stuff. I don't want to just say this, but it's going to be HTML, CSS, JavaScript. What else? What else? Probably Microsoft, because I think this is... You know, actually, this is the second time I've seen Visual Studios. So, let's see. Visual Studios. Anything else? C#, .NET. Yeah, it's going to be C#, .NET. JavaScript, Python, Go. Okay, secondary language. Our values are in your DNA. This is nice. Not what I need. What you'll get in return. Okay, come on. Give me the qualifications, please. Go, years computer science, large-scale internal process, streamlined from the relational databases. Things on .NET developer. I don't want to see .NET developer. Software developer is what I'm specifically looking for. APIs, probably C. Yeah, Lambda, AWS. Okay, so there's going to be a couple of others like API and API. I think that's right. You are a full stack software engineer. Okay. Maybe it depends on your overall work history. Do you think years of experience should be directly stated in the resume as opposed to having a recruiter figure it out from the date? It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters as long as for the date you show that you have the months. Visual Studios is an IDE and it's different than Visual Studios Code. Okay. Visual Studio, I'm going to put this as a quotation mark over there. But yeah, so the important thing, thank you, Buggy. The important thing, CC Vector, is that you have the dates, the months and the dates. You don't want to just have the year with the exception for your education section, because otherwise they're going to think that, like, if you put like 2022 to 2023 and you didn't put the months, they're going to assume the worst, which is that you got hired in 2022 December and got fired in January 2023. So always put the months for work experience. But, you know, if you let them figure it out or not, I don't think it matters. I don't think it's huge. So it's safe to just put month date. Now, my other format does require that, but that's a separate format, and you don't want to mix those anyway. IDE is Integrated Development Environment, what we actually use to write. Okay. Do we see a lot of IDE? Was that a keyword that I'm missing? Do I need to fill the resume? I have almost nothing to put in. If yes, so only got a degree in job experience. You don't need to fill it. Honestly, the most important part of your resume is the first half. As long as you have the stuff in the first half of your resume, you're solid. Also, welcome again. Oh no, Moo, I remember. How relevant is mentioning IDEs? I saw a resume review from a hiring manager saying it's pointless to mention. I don't know. IDs, maybe I have to relook because I want to make sure I didn't miss it. VU, you know what? I actually saw one or two VUs. Again, this is specifically for a C++ software engineer, so things are going to get a little bit different than normal. IDEs, let's find out. Okay, so we have, and this is why I have this whole search in, we're having a little Boolean. Out of the 31K jobs, it is IDE, right? IDE, let me make sure I'm saying that right. The C languages are unique. I'd say Visual Studios is the main one. Okay, so let's see this. Out of these, IDE is in 2,000 of them. So, honestly, I think it's okay to mention, but I wouldn't overhype it over others because look, 2,245 out of 31K that have .NET and C++ have IDE. So it's rare, but it could be nice. I just wouldn't. It's extra credit. So almost any other language, with the exception of maybe Eclipse for Java and IDE, is agnostic. Python sometimes uses PyCharm, but V code is generally used. Cool. That is still way beyond my knowledge. So yeah, again, this is how you can actually check if the keywords are important. Is you can make a little quick search and you can even do it. Because like if I put IDE out of the total jobs in the United States, 3,000 jobs posted. So the argument is that you use whatever IDE they want you to use on the job. Again, that is beyond my knowledge, but you can always check how important a keyword is by literally just searching the keyword. So, which apparently is out of the entire United States job descriptions on LinkedIn, which is obviously not all the job descriptions, but is a good portion. Only 3,200 of them mention IDE. So, and some of those may not actually be encoding. So no problem with the resume is half a page or so then if it's for entry or junior. Probably not. Again, it's resumes are very specific. There is, I really wish I could tell you the one thing you need to do on your resume to get hired, but there is no one thing. It's all gonna vary. But didn't know I could use search helpers like and or. Yeah, so you can do Boolean searches on LinkedIn, Millie. Admittedly, they're not perfect. Sometimes they mess up. I don't know why, but you can use Boolean searches, which is, you know, and or functions. So. But yeah, it really depends, KRK Silver, on your resume. Overall, I'd say it's okay if it's a half a page, but education in the first job or two, you know, that's what I do. So let me do this resume, because I think I have enough. They're looking for a whirl in finance. Blue eyes. 6'5". Sorry, that was my fiance played that a lot, which was hilarious. Looking for a job in fintech, high-frequency trading space. My title within the company is currently technically junior, but I've been told I'll most certainly be promoted after a performance review. Okay. So the not search sucks and rarely works. Yeah, I will say the not search doesn't fully work on LinkedIn very well. It's really only and or parentheses and quotation marks, and sometimes they break. So, all right, let me snooze this. I don't want to have an ad while I'm doing this. This is why the ads are 2 minutes, so I can actually snooze them. If they're a minute and a half, I cannot snooze them. All right, this is good, and let me do this review. Again, people are free to ask me questions in chat while I review this resume. I will get to them after. VU, and then let's go to the formatting. My brain is tired. There we go. Okay. All right. And is this the first one of the video series? This is. Okay, so now I have to do the intro. So, all right. We are reviewing a software engineer C++. Thank you to the person who sent this in. I actually could look at the keywords. It has been a while since I reviewed a C++ specific resume. Also, if you like this kind of resume review content, because I am a corporate recruiter and I want to help you all out, please like, comment, and subscribe. It is very helpful. So what we're going to be looking for is C++, C#, .NET, SQL, Cloud, any type of SQL, ideally Microsoft SQL, but really if you have any other type of SQL, it's fine. Cloud, any type of cloud, typically it's AWS, but again, any type of cloud is fine. And here we get into these ones are in a lot of job descriptions, but they're not in all. So Git, Angular, Node.js, API, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yes, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript were in a ton of them. Visual Studios, I'm writing that down wrong. VU. Also, while not mandatory, if you can shoehorn in a single IDE, it might be beneficial. There were not a lot. I did a search. It was only in the United States, 3,200 jobs on LinkedIn required IDE, which is a vastly small amount compared to the overall, but you know, if it's rare, they might like it. So this person has applied to their ratio is 25-1, which is solid. That's better than average. Again, for software engineering particularly, if yours is better than 50-1, you're good. I think a 50-1 is like the bare minimum that passes. So 25-1 is very good. So I'm expecting this resume to be solid. So with that, they developed and maintained features in a real-time multi-threaded. You know what? I think multi-threaded was one. I've seen that a lot. C++ audio application used by hundreds of thousands of users. That's fine. Perfect. Demonstrated the ability to work in a high-pressure environment, leading This should be cross-functional. Again, sorry, dog just snorted. Again, spelling, people get, unless the job is specifically says like large attention to detail and grammatical accuracy, spelling is not necessarily a deal breaker. This should be leading cross-functional teams. Not a huge deal. Team efforts to diagnose and resolve critical bugs and crashes. Collaborative principal engineers for reactor legacy code. This is okay. The manager would like this. Recruiter wouldn't understand it. I don't know what this one is. DevOps. Ooh, if you have DevOps, that's good. That's a bonus, but it's not on there. Deliver technical presentation. And see, here's the thing. These are great. I'm just going to need a little more of these keywords. All you need to do is just shoe in a couple of these keywords, and I think your ratio will be even better. But these are very well structured sentences. Past mentored, education, bachelor. It's fine. Typically, I want the bachelor's up top, but I would say your formatting is a little off. But again, this isn't bad. Programming language, good. You only did a little bit. These are some, yeah. This would pass. I think particularly, I remember doing this a while ago. I think I had a multi-threaded search, and it was a real nightmare actually finding candidates with that on it. So I think this alone might be helping you so much. But I just want more of these. That's all. Just put more of these in here. All you have to do is just say, like, development for your real-time multi-threaded C++. That's fine. I would say designed and maintained pipeline using blah-de-blah, or integrated virtual hardware using blankety-blank. So yeah, this is very specific, and I think it's good. I just want a little more keywords, but I don't think you're too far. That's going to take you like 10 minutes max to put in. Also, make it black and white. Blue and black and white is not as good. Very minor quibble. Overall, I can definitely see how this passes. Also, I don't like skill sections, but a smaller skill section is typically better. Because, again, there's people immediately see which ones. So yeah, a couple of formatting issues. Overall, not bad. I think really this right here, this is the kicker, because I remember searching for that once, and I think it was a nightmare. So, yeah, just add any type of SQL, any type of cloud, any .NET. A lot of them needed .NET, and maybe a couple of these if you have it, and I think you're golden. So overall, you're very close, I think, to having a phenomenal resume, but, you know, again, 1 to 25 is a solid ratio, so keep the old one just in case. It's been a bit since I actually searched for a C++. So, especially that multi-threaded. Keep that multi-threaded in. Keep that multi-threaded in. All right. Let's go to the next video. All right. Let's see. Not search your... Yeah, Mo, I don't... Moo, I don't know if it matters if it has a filled up resume. Again, the most important part of the resume is this part. It's very likely that a recruiter may not even read past this. So, do you read SQL different from post-SQL? No, not really. As long as it has SQL, you should be fine. And minor quibble, is redundant. I'm redundant. I'm a recruiter, okay? I'm kidding. Not redundant. I guess I have been laid off before, so I guess I was made redundant. So I guess that's technically true. Objection, you're redundant. Your face is redundant. What would that even matter? Oh, tired. All right. Dude, I have, like, mad props for streamers that can go 12 hours of streaming. Because, like, how do you get your voice there? That's rough. Whew. But, okay, so that's good. Overall, like, I think I just need to add a couple more things. I feel like they kind of got this because they have very specific experience. But that's good. Sometimes niche is good. So let's see. It was I want to look at how many is in multi-threaded. Multi-threaded. I'll just do multi-thread. There it is. Yeah. IT network, IT manager, software engineer. I think that multi-threaded may have seriously helped them because that's very hard to find in a resume. Can I rewind this? I missed a part. Do you read SQL different from post-SQL? I don't care. Typically, as long as you have SQL, it's best. Ideally, you'll have just SQL, but if you have the word SQL in it, it should be okay. Also, hold on. Let me go to this so I can give you where... Ooh, I need to upload these. Wow, one of my videos hit. Okay. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. So, this is where you can catch my old streams. I need to upload them in a bit, so they're a little outdated, but you can always catch my old streams here. I don't promote it as much because, like, I mean, sitting through 2.5 hours of resume reviews, I appreciate all of you, but That's if you want to go see the old reviews or you missed something or you got disconnected while I did a thing, you can just read them there. I need to re-upload them because it takes a while to actually re-upload them from Twitch. Or I'm doing it wrong, which is why it takes so long. Which could also be true. Cashier, we have a cashier, we have a cashier. They're looking for a part-time job. Yeah, no worries. I don't only do software, I do everything. They want cashier. This is actually kind of perfect because my template resume, that's kind of what it was for, is that kind of level of experience, the barista one. So I'm bringing this up just in case. Because even though functionally writing, I know this is going to sound weird, writing a software engineer resume compared to a cashier resume, largely the same thing. The keywords are obviously going to be different, but the structure is still the same. There's a reason the formatting works. It's because it's agnostic of industry. Let's see. Ooh, do I have Indeed? Can I get Indeed on here? Probably not. So cashier. These are mostly going to be on Indeed. Usually Indeed is a little more blue collar. So let's see this. All right. Benefits. Cashier. See customer service. Obviously, customer service. This is how you know I'm tired. My typing is getting weird. Lifting. You don't actually need to do the lifting part. That's usually just for protection on the company side. Repetitive, everybody says multitask. Take direction and constructive criticism. I can never spell that. I hate that word. Spelling. Okay, I think I spelled criticisms wrong. In tech, do certificates matter like AWS Cloud? Depends. Like cybersecurity, certs are more important. In software engineering, yes, less so. The order of experience, we may get cut out and I'll stop, is past work experience, projects, and no, it basically, if you have previous work experience, it trumps certs, except necessarily in cyber. I know, don't worry about it, KRK. Look, you're about to see a resume that maybe, oh no, they put their whole information on. Hold on, we're gonna have an ad real quick, but I gotta make sure they don't dox themselves, so hold on a second. This is why I want people to not put their whole darn phone number on. Okay, can I do this? Let's scroll all the way down. Okay, I think this shows. I don't want to dox them. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna have two resumes up real quick. I'm gonna have the one I have over here and this one so that they don't get seen. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. And then this is good. Okay. Oh boy. Alrighty. Cashier, customer service, multitask, criticism. Everybody makes fun of me. That is what we need. Register calculator. Ability to work flexible schedule. That's fine. Overnight cashier. This is Sprouts cashier. Total 1 and more. 27 an hour for a cashier is pretty solid. Let's see. Full-time, part-time. Cash handling, cashier experience. Basic math. Team player, knowledge and product services. Excellent work. Responsible for the product services. Payment for SOP. SOP. SOP, POS. Really? SOP? SOP/POS. Sales, payments, calculate, yeah, minor math, that's what it is, part-time. Yeah, but how many would get that top of range? I don't know, probably not a lot. Usually it's the midpoint. Medical as low as $18.92, that's solid, actually, per pay period. That's really good. Unless that's really bad health insurance. Get customer's ID, regulations, prepare food, health standards. Yeah, handle foods, products. I'm actually really happy someone as a cashier sent this to me because I feel like this is important for people to know, because how you write this is kind of how you can write the other stuff too. There's one more, so clean, organized, fully stocked. Okay, this is actually really good. I wish they didn't put their whole dang information in, but let's do that. Please don't be doxxed. There we go. Okay, cool. Perfection. All right, now we can do it. Because, I mean, usually it's the midpoint. I will say it's usually the midpoint of the salary. That is what most people do. If the salary is very large, it's usually the midpoint. If the salary is not very large, you actually stand a chance of getting the range. So, I found that to be relatively the case. Although, again, that's going to depend on everybody else. So, okay, we got this. This is good. I want to make sure it is 1:45. I still got an hour till my meeting. Okay, this is kind of a nightmare to read, but whatever. Let's see, is this legible? Yeah, standards is cut out. Okay, cool, I can do this. All right, we've got a cashier. So the formatting of this is going to look awkward because they put their full name, and this is the only thing I can show without doxing them. So I'm sorry, don't put your full name and number, please. On your real resume, do that. But this is a cashier. They are looking to be a cashier. So let's see what else they said. They don't know how many they've applied, but they're looking for a part-time job. And I think this is very important. I do a lot of software engineers, but I do other resumes as well. So what we're going to be looking for as a cashier is going to be customer service, that you can multitask, take direction, along with constructive criticism, that you can clean, that you can organize and keep a fully stocked everything. That you've had cash handling and basic math, that you've used POS or SOP. I don't actually remember what SOP stands for, but POS is point of sales, I think. It is important. I forgot the actual acronym name. And then you can prepare food and drinks while meeting health standards. So these are actually what we're going to be looking for. In addition, on my website, I tell everybody about my template. This is the template. It's great. This is what I recommend people use. But this actually, and don't worry, that's my name. You can find me on LinkedIn. I don't care if I dox myself on that. This is below my template is actually how to write a customer service / cashier one. So you can actually go there and kind of copy how this works. And I was accurate on what their qualifications were. So what we're going to be looking for is all those stuff. And let me see your real one, which I have over here, which people can't see because I don't want to dox you. A dedicated professional with experience in restaurants, retail, and cleaning service, skilled in customer service, cash handling, maintaining cleanliness, known for strong communication, problem solving, and teamwork. They are a permanent resident of Canada and a part-time student. They are eligible to work unlimited hours. That's actually really good to say, especially if because you don't want them to be biased against you based on the rest of this. So here's my problem: is these are not good bullet points. The formatting is way off. Cleaned homes, hygiene, handled credit card, digital payments. So your sorry. Your bullet points are not bad. You just need more of them. Look, here's how I want you to do it, right? This is how I want you to write your resume. I want it to be this boring. I want it to be this basic. Boring is best in resumes. And then how you're going to write this is it's actually going to look something like this. This is the end product. Again, that's my name. I can dox myself. Is you're going to put your education or cert up here, which I don't know if you actually have. Let me look at this. That's fine. If you don't have it, that's okay. Oh, no, you have a BA. That's fine. Yeah, you should put your BA up top because it's ongoing, right? You just put ongoing, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna write it like this because the way you've written it is I cannot tell what you have. So I want you to write it like this. I want you to say operated or point of sale POS cash register to collect money from customers, perform basic math to give them proper change, keeping them engaged with customer service while prepare their food and beverages, gave customers correct change by adding and subtracting cash. This is how I want you to write your bullet points. All right, because this right here, handled cash, credit card, digital payments, ensuring accuracy in daily transaction is fine. But I don't know how long you've been there for. Oh yeah, that's February to October. That's solid. Your formatting is hurting your chances so much. Also, you did it in the wrong order. The reverse chronological order. The last job you had should be first up front. So. Guided customers in selecting, closing, ensuring a positive shopping experience is fine, but I need more. I need at least 3 bullet points per. Now, truthfully, I might actually move forward with this. The problem is the formatting. I know a lot of recruiters would probably get lost at this and not figure it out, or the manager would, But if you fix the formatting and you add at least 3 bullet points per job, I think you're going to rock through the interviews, or rock through the actual, like, you will be really solid. You will go through a lot of them very well, and you'll get a lot more interviews. So please fix the formatting, add a couple of more bullets, and just about this basic stuff. This stuff right here: customer service, multi-task, tech direction, constructive criticism, cash handling, basic math, preparing food and drinks while health standards. I just need more, and use this very basic style. The more basic, the better. Okay, I want it to look like this. This is how it should look. Although obviously not my name, because you're not me. So, yeah, overall, you kind of had the right idea. I just need more. I might be able to move you forward with this, but I just need more. So, good start. I think we can make this better. Let's go to the next one. Okay. All right. How do you? Yeah, it depends with remote living and high cost living. You can get to the top range. Yeah, that also matters as cost ranges. Is it now normal to have citizen info and resumes as my first time come across? Not your template. I am a Canadian citizen looking for software jobs in the U.S. How can I optimize this with the case with disadvantages? Give us a rundown on formatting the resume fonts. Yes, I'm working on a resume guide. Sorry, KR and Millie, you are two different people. You're the same color font, and my brain is like tricking me into believing that is the same thing, but that's not the case. So let me copy. Oh, no, which one is which? This is okay. This one is 60. Brain. Which one is this? 62, 61. I'm tired, y'all. All right. 61 1. This was 61 1. Okay, sorry. I have to edit. Like, I don't do a lot of editing, but I do want to make sure the order is right for this, and I messed up and I forgot to title it, so give me a second. Okay, that's good. And then this is 61 2. So yeah, you will see these in episode 61. I have done 61 episodes. I'm happy with myself. Heck yeah, Lee. You did it. You did it. I'm proud of me. Okay, there we go. And then let's make sure I don't switch back to this resume so I don't dox this person. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I can answer those questions. So... Brain froze. Right, now I have to do this. So, let's answer Mill's first. Let's answer Millie's first. So, in a perfect world, Millie, we would not have to put citizenship status. And I personally do not discriminate against people. I want to be clear. But to say that discrimination on, well, anything from age to whatever, to age, to sex, to immigration status would be foolish. It exists, obviously. And if you have a name that may make somebody think you're not from the U.S., which again, I really hate that I have to say that, this way they open the resume and they see immediately that you are a citizen. Because as a recruiter, there is a lot of people I get in the system from out of the country, and I cannot move them forward because they do not have U.S. work authorization. I've gotten people trying to work from, like, I think it was India and Kenya on a essentially like $23 an hour machinist position. And they said no, right? They said no, they did not have the work authorization. I could not move them forward. But if they actually weren't from there, or they maybe have a U.S. citizenship, they can do that. Yeah, I really hate saying this. Clem is right by whitening your resume. I don't like that I have to say that, but it'd be foolish to say that discrimination doesn't exist. So it does. So this way, even if you have a name that they're like, well, wait, why are they applying here? They look and say, okay, you're a citizen. Or, okay, you're a green card holder. I don't know the Canadian one, but the very first thing to work in the U.S. you do need, which is a requirement, because recruiters are not actually allowed to ask if you're a U.S. citizen. We are not. They can ask if you have the... Hold on, what is it? I have to write that. It's very specific verbiage. Can I move up my... Let me look at the actual one. This was my Open Recs. This was... I think it was Clem, you want to describe that one for me? Let me find the actual verbiage of this. Can I find it? But essentially, they want to... Look, we're getting into topics where basically people are going to be prejudiced against you. So the way to do that is to remove their option to be prejudiced. And a lot of the cases, it's going to be because of race. So by whitening your resume, what they mean is essentially making it appear as if you are a white person or not from out of the country. I don't know how to say that. It sucks that you have to deal with that, but there have been studies that proven that if you write your resume like that, you have a better chance. So, I'm sorry. I wish I could, you know, not everybody does what I do. Potentially, there have been studies. It does, I guess, implying with a more male gender virtual name and adding an ex-citizen too. Yeah, it helps. I wish it didn't, but essentially, like, if your name, gosh, I really hate saying this, because if your name was Jose, if you change it to John or a nickname or something, you might stand a better chance, because people can be prejudiced. I haven't. Again, I don't care. Like, I'll be honest. If I think you have the skills to do the job, I will put through a corpse. So, but yeah, Shell is right. There have been studies that show with even the same qualifications that people with less white names get less good treatment. So typically you can use a nickname, which would be beneficial, but in citizenship status, yeah, resumes need to be anonymized. Is that legal? You have a different name? It's not legal on the recruitment side, but if you can't prove it, you know. But yeah, if you going by a nickname is fine, right? If you put that and they say, oh, you just say, yeah, my nickname is actually, that's my nickname, whatever. Or like, if you say, like, look, my last name, I just showed it was Corlitz. If I wanted to do it, I'd be like Lee K or something is fine. Although that would maybe have the opposite effect. So, like, as long as you, for the actual legal documents in the U.S., put your full information, because you don't want to mess with taxes, you should be okay. I wish there was a better way, but like, yeah, discrimination exists. It's obvious. And not everybody's going to do it. This way you remove the chance for them to do it. So, you know, I wish there was a better way of saying that, but it's true. But I always clarify when I talk to a human. Yeah. So, because like, if you change your name from Muhammad to Mark on your resume, you might stand a better chance. I hate that, but that's also why you put the citizenship status, is so that it stops them from doing that. But yeah, most managers are okay. They say, you can just say, like, yeah, most people mispronounce my name, so that's my nickname. You know, so Millie, admittedly though, there is a difference in work authorization, which is different. So to work in the US, this is beyond the discrimination part, you do need work authorization. I don't know, so you're gonna have to show that. So if you're not a US citizen or green card holder, you need to show that you are able to work in the US via authorization. I don't know the Canadian one. Yeah, I'd rather people get called things like Pink Cat or Blue Penguin. Honestly, that would be great. I think that would probably be beneficial. But unfortunately, the way ATSs work is they're really more... So they're... I swear to you, I will get to your question. Because you asked, like, the font and stuff. I will get to that. Also, again, Shell, thank you for 100 episodes and 1K subs. That is my goal. But I will get to the formatting issue. But let me tell you a little bit about how ATSs work. So ATSs are not just ATSs. Right now, the most popular kind of ATS is an ATS/Human Resource Information System. Most of that information is actually used for human resources. And that information is used so that when you get hired, there's less paperwork on your thing, and it allows them to do less paperwork. That is why you have to do all those things. And I don't know if you would be able to actually scrub the name on the recruitment side rather than the actual, you know, for both of them. But yeah, so back to your overall question is, if you are a Canadian system looking for a software engineer in the US, you do have to show that you can work in the US. I don't know the Canadian stuff, but what you should do is say, is instead of citizenship, for the summary, I typically dislike summaries, but in your case, you should have one. Say, I am on I am allowed to work in the United States because I have an X visa, which allows me to do X and Y. That's all the summary should be, because there's a lot of times the recruiters, even if the recruiters are not being prejudiced, they may not know that your work authorization allows you to work in the US. So that is what you'll need. Now, KRK, I will get to your question about formatting, font size, and decoration. So, are you still here? I will answer that question. It took a bit, but that was sort of a deep topic that needed to be said. What do I use both hands to do this? I'm like a toddler doing this. Anyway, KRK, are you still in the chat? I will still answer the question. I hope you are. But yeah, I needed to talk about that because it was a deeper topic. So, formatting wise, pretty simple. Arial format, 14 font bolded for this. This should be 12.5, not bolded. Education certs and work history or project should be bolded, nothing else, and everything else should be Arial 10.5. So that's all. That's all there is for that, and it'll look like this when it's done. Also, that your job should be italicized because it flows better. So it's actually going to look like this when it's done. Again, that's my name, and none of this is real, and people already know my email, so they can, or my LinkedIn, so they can find me. So I am okay doxing myself on my own stream. Mostly, I don't want to give out my phone number or personal email. But this is how I would write it if I was applying for that. So, but yeah, I hope that answered the question, KRK, because I know went on a tangent right before, and I hope that answered the question as well, Millie. But you need a summary if your work authorization is not a green card or U.S. citizen, because I do know it's actually easier for Canadians to do it, but I don't know enough about them. Because, like, if you just told me you're on a T13 visa, I wouldn't know what that meant. And the manager may not go for it because, like, well, they can't work here. They clicked the wrong button. But if you show in the summary that's really quick, I can work in the United States as I am on a T1 visa, which allows me to do X and Y without sponsorship or whatever. They'll maybe be fine with that. You're still at a disadvantage, but it's at a less of a disadvantage. So, I hope that made sense. Oh, program manager. Let's see. They are saying, I would like to know if I'm being too ambitious to target director level jobs with 9 years experience and master's degree. How do I break into people manage it? Is there a way for you? Is there a way for watch you do this live on Twitch would be great, even if you share an expected date time? Well, the big thing is I don't actually check the things until I'm about to read them. So I'm sorry, person. Oof. Okay. I can, oh boy, I may have to actually say. Also, you asked specifically if there's a way to watch them. You do this live, I can share you. So if you're here, pop by. I'm giving you a chance. Sorry, that's not how I do. I don't read the actual notes until it's time to review the resume. So if you ask me a time-sensitive question, it will not work. You have to go directly here and ask me, and then I can find it. And then, well, unless it's from February 20th, I think, to 20th, because I'm going to go on vacation for that week. So there's probably no stream then. But that's in, like, a month. So, okay, cashier. They are a program manager. Ooh. Program, project, and other management is a nightmare. Because they did say senior, but whatever. It's on my... Yeah! Okay. All right. No problem. That's just myself trying to min-max the resume. No, that's what I'm here for, min-maxing resume. You know, I want to make sure that when you roll your D20s to get a job that you roll with advantage and you succeed on a 16 rather than a 19. Trying to make the next resume. Somebody's resume kind of gets you out about that stuff. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, again, this is how I can sort of tell, like, I want to be clear about this, right? There is no one-size-fits-all in recruiting. The only exception to that is make sure your contact information is right and your voicemail is not full and your email doesn't bounce. Except for those, everything can be variable because it doesn't matter how good your resume are if we cannot physically contact you. And yes, that's happened a lot where I saw a fantastic resume, the manager was excited, and it went to voicemail and their email bounced and we never heard from them, and then they called back after we filled the job. So besides that, everything is variable. And there is no one size fits all, including this resume format, flat out. But I think this resume format is one size fits most, and that is what I'm going for. So there are other ways you can do it. There are other things, and some of them may work, but I think this is the best generalized approach for it. So, which is that. Although there are a couple of theories that do hold true, which is some of the worst resumes I've ever seen, besides nurses, and the reason nurse resumes are bad is they'll literally just say nurse 2010 to 2022, and that's like the only thing on their resume. But besides nurses, the worst resumes I have ever seen in my life are from marketers and people that design like art, so UI, etc., etc. And the reason is they try to stand out or make it like a marketing document, and that is not what a resume is. Your resume needs to be like a government form. Your resume's only goal is to show that you meet the bare minimum qualifications to move forward to an interview. That's it. The interview is where you do stand out. You should never stand out in the resume process. You should always stand out in the interview. Those are very different. So if someone tries to sell you a resume or whatever, and they say like, oh, it'll make you stand out, they're bad. If they say it'll get you past the ATS, they don't know what they're talking about. Most recruiters, some of them disagree, but most want a very boring resume. And even the others that don't, they will not tell you like get past the ATS or all that other junk. So a clean, clear, precise government document that is boring is how you want to do it. That is the one size fits most approach. Managers, higher level managers, like director levels, may want a separate type of resume. There is a slight difference they use, but for every other one, which is going to be IC, which is individual contributor, this is going to be your best. So, but there's never a one size fits all solution. I don't think there is one besides your contact information not being wrong. That's like it. That's the only dang thing I can think of. So this is a nightmare to read. Okay. Do I have a program manager? I have a project manager, but not a program manager, which they are different. Sort of. Except for when they're not. All right, we're going to have to hunt for this one. This is the part that takes the most time for me, is actually finding the correct keywords, because I don't know them off the top of my head. I have to write them down, and I have to find them. So this is a senior. I don't want to just say senior. I do want to do program manager, though. Program. Yep, this is how you can tell I'm tired, as my spelling is taking a nosedive, and that is bad. What about your resume? Is it any good? It's good. It works, and it gets me jobs. Actually use the other format because I was testing it out. But yeah, I get interviews. Except I haven't applied for a job in a bit, so I actually would have to redo it with some other experience. Because like I use these techniques to get jobs. I use them to get other people's jobs, and I now know how to write my resume, and I've sent it, and I've definitely gotten people to go, "Oh wow, that's great." Which I should actually probably show mine. Except my issue is I use the advanced version. And I've not yet found a good way to teach that, because it's still a kind of a nightmare to teach. So I don't know how to actually teach that yet, which I'm still working for. Do I recruit for big tech, mid tech? I've done, most of my experience has been for a couple of Fortune 500 companies, primarily Agilent, PPG, although I did not do IT for PPG. Agilent and Caterpillar, along with a couple of others, and startups in my very beginning. But I kind of do all of it. I do say I'm definitely more on the larger scale rather than startups, but I have worked with startups before. So I try not to pigeonhole myself as a recruiter. So I have not worked for Fang or Meng or whatever they call it now, I will say. So, but yeah, I have done that kind of stuff. I heard that if you put numbers on the experience, it's better for the ATS and for recruiters, like improved. Almost all the AI reviewers rate resumes in that way. Oh God, there's so much in that sentence, KRK. So first off, the only thing that matters with ATS compliance is that it's in PDF or Word format, or DocX, which I think is the Google version of Word. Everything else doesn't matter. The reason improved by X is because it's a better sentence for the humans. AI reviewers and resumes are vastly overstated. Do they exist? Of course they do. Are they common? No, not at all. You probably won't see them unless you're applying to like AI companies directly. Like specifically, most people, I would say on average, you're out of 100 resumes, 100 applications sent, maybe 1 or 2 are going to use AI. Now, in 2 years from now, I don't know, that might be a different case. But right now, at least, and still for at least a couple of months, at a minimum, a human is the one reviewing your resume. A human who cannot code, who is probably overworked, who has 35 to 70 requisitions, that was my average, across multiple industries. And the numbers are not great. Typically, numbers are not great, but the reason improved X and 99 using Y is good is because it shows. The formula I like people to use, which I will put in chat because, again, I am starting to write my guide because my previous guide was so heavy and boring that even people who read heavy, boring things fell asleep, which is not good. So this is just a macro I have. Well, nope, that's character limit. That's not good. So this is how your bullet points need to be. Right here. It's what, how, why. And the reason improved X and 99 using Y worked is because it does actually follow the what, how, and why formula. So they're wrong. They got the wrong equation, but they got the right answer, essentially. So that is how you write a bullet point. There are only two types of bullet points, unless you go to high-level managers and get a little weirder, which is essentially what plus how plus why, which is one bullet point, and the summary bullet point. Those are the bullet points you need. Again, I'm still working on the guide. I just, like, I'm entertaining, but, like, it's resume reviews. There's a limit to how much entertainment I can make with font size. Like, so I'm trying to make it digestible, and I'm just copy-pasting everything that I know into it so I can get it into a workable format, but it's a long way from being successful, because I had to redo the previous one. Because, like, I'm aware. I'm an entertaining person. But, like, how do you format? I have to do it very quickly. So it's... Because I want this to be educational first and then entertainment. And that is my goal. And if I have to skimp on the entertainment, I will do for education. But ideally, it's both. Which, right, I have to go back on this one. We're having to add in a second, at least. So I will keep putting in keywords while I find it. There it is. Cross-functional stakeholders every single time. So yeah, that is it. And that's why I went off on that tangent is there's a lot of misinformation. So generalize, our former accountants typically make better accounting recruiters. I see that transition with maybe. There is I actually went over this when I was on Raymond's channel, but you know what? You're subbed, so I can actually tell you this. But even if the ad hits, this is an argument across recruiters, and my personal opinion, this is not fact, this is opinion, is that previous work experience in an industry for recruitment is a extra credit, but it is not going to let you pass the test. Like, I think it's like 3 or 4 points on a test out of 100. It can help. Obviously, it can help, but the core of recruitment, you need that before anything else. And there's a lot of people that rely on that industry knowledge that don't always succeed because of their core recruitment skills are not good. So that's how I view that. There are other recruiters that will argue that's the opposite. That's fine. I personally think it's extra credit rather than gonna pass the test. So, like, I think it's good, but again, you can't rely on it entirely. Like, truthfully, the amount of times that you rely on specifically industry knowledge like that is much less than you would think. So beneficial, but I personally think it's extra credit. Critical problem solving. Excuse me. There it is. Cross-functional stakeholders. Explain complex. That's what I wanted to do. And then we want to do how your ideas worked and why you had them. Improvement, Excel. Every single time. Project improving, sometimes more PMP, signature tools and preferences, smart sheets, adaption, call center. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that is my opinion, Clem. Just to summarize, because I said it during the ad, is it's extra credit, and it's only like 5 points on a test, but out of 100. But you know, beneficial, but not something you need to, that will allow you to pass entirely on its own. Do I have the stakeholders? Yeah, stakeholders cross-functional. Insurance, so this is going to be industry specifically. Also, I want to let everybody know I do this for free. I'm glad for it. But if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free sub you can use every month. And I will not ask you for your own money, but if you already sub, I will ask you for the free Prime sub, because that's free. So that I will ask for. But I will not ask for your actual cash, because, like, I don't want to... I make my money doing recruiting. This is a hobby. I will take the free stuff, but I don't want to, you know. So if you have a free Amazon Prime sub, I will take the free sub, because that will give me money, and it will cost you nothing, because you already have it. But everything else, I do not ask for donations otherwise, because I just, like, people don't have a job. I don't want to ask for money for people that are struggling with money. So it's just not how I would feel comfortable doing this. It's also why I don't do private in-person meetings, because, like, I'd rather just do this all for free, take the time, and then do recruiting after that. Boy. Effectively related to product status, work ethic, cross-functional team. They all do see this. Multiple. That's what I was missing. Okay. Multiple projects. So this is sort of like the nuts and bolts. What was it say? Like, details of project. How these worked, how you had them, multiple projects. Yeah, no worries. I'm glad to help. And I like attention, so this works for me. Which really, I feel like anybody who starts like a channel or YouTube or anything, that we've all got to like attention. Come on. Like that's why you're doing this in front of people, is you like attention. So I get attention, you get help with resumes. I'm fine with that exchange. Okay, I'm zoning out on this. I do want to do this resume, but I'm zoning out a little bit. And I don't want to do another break because, I haven't eaten anything today. It is 2 o'clock and I have not eaten anything. No, I had 2 bagels. I'm a fool. I have eaten stuff. Agile. Oh, that's a good one. I forgot about Agile. Mental vendors. Okay, I think this is good. Vendors. All right. Enterprise, directing, managing, and then I think the nitty gritty, and then like the people, design, business. So it would be how your ideas worked and why you had them, and the effects, the impact of those ideas. All right, I think that's good. So I just realized I would have to change my LinkedIn name if I change my resume name. I have a V. That's okay. Again, like, if it's, most people do assume that if it's on the resume, it's a nickname. And if they get through the point where they're looking at your LinkedIn, you're probably in a good spot. So if you just wanted to use your initials, that is fine too. So, all right. I think this is ready for the review. Is it? Yes. Is it? Yes. Yes, it is, Lee. All right. What the heck are they asking for? They said their director level position with 9 years experience and master's degree, how to break into project people management. There's a way to watch you do this live. Okay, cool. For this resume, we have a senior program manager, which is different than a project manager, which is potentially different than a manager. So what they did ask me beforehand is they asked if they were being too ambitious for a director level with 9 years, and I'd say no, because truthfully, a director level at Company A may require different years of experience than director level at Company B. Company A may need 4 years, Company B may need 17. So shoot your shot. That's what I'm gonna say. Do what you gotta do. Try it out. They also asked if there's a way for you to watch me do this live on Twitch. Yes, if you go to my schedule. But they asked if I could share a date timeline. I will be honest, I do not read the notes for the resumes until I am doing them live. So if you have a question for me, please go to Twitch and ask me there. If you put a question in the notes in like when I review your resume, I will not see it until I see your resume. So sorry about that, but yeah, let's go. They've applied to 1 to 50, which I think is solid. So program managers can be a little bit difficult. especially like the senior, because you're sort of crossing over into actual management, which is, again, program manager is different than management. So what we're going to generally like to see is how your ideas worked and why you had them. This is a qualification. Cross-functional stakeholders and that you can explain complex topics to stakeholders is one, along with the details of your project. So we're looking for like how many projects you had at once, that kind of thing. So how many projects you had at once, how big they were, how much they cost, how much you kept it under, budget, that kind of thing. And vendors is also one. They also want to see Word, Excel, PowerPoint, the industry you're in, and Agile. Again, you don't have to have a crazy amount, just like put this very briefly. And then how your ideas impacted the company. So those are a little bit different, but that's what we're going to be looking for program manager. So, seasoned program manager with 9 years experience in a cross-functional leadership role with a focus on customer experience, highly experienced in multiple project management tools and methodologies, okay, with a proven track record of driving stakeholder alignment, navigating ambiguity, influencing C-suites and medical devices, seeking to leverage program management. Okay, so, I'm not a huge fan of summaries, but for a high-level manager, sometimes you do want a summary. I just think this is too long, right? I want something that is, instead of all this, say, program, and don't say seasoned. You're not a meal. You could just say program manager with 9+ years of experience in cross-functional leadership, which could. Agile is fine. I would say Agile, Scrum, Waterfall is not as used frequently. You can have that in the bullet point. Who has done X and Y, which to stakeholders and influencing C-suite, right? You want to condense this down so that the recruiter understands. So there's honestly a little too much corporate lingo here that it's possible the person reading your resume may not understand it. So next one, manage programs to achieve 2,000 service margin, 14 cost savings, turn service to a project center for vital sustainability. Okay, so this is not bad, but I think this is okay. This is a fine intro sentence, but no, sorry. This is a fine sentence. I don't think it's a fine intro sentence. Apologies. Acid reflux is acting up. So what we're going to be looking for here is I want your first bullet point to be a summary of this job. So manage programs, fine. How many programs? What I want to see is managed like 12 programs or whatever, 20 programs, 40 programs, with budgets ranging from X to Y and teams from Z to X, that were cross-functional in an X, Y, and Z environment that led to a total of X cost savings, okay? So I just want a little bit more. I want a generalized description of what you do that is so basic a toddler can understand it. Then, this is a fine second bullet point. Develop roadmaps and KPIs to reduce inventory by 1.3 million, to align with budget gesture for operation efficiency and maintaining quality standards. That's okay. Again, that is okay. Automated reports and customer improving product performance. This is okay, but I need more. How did you do that? So the mark of a good bullet point is what, which is the keyword or qualification, how you did it, and why you did it. Right now, what I'm looking for is most of those are missing some. This is what and how, and why, but I'm missing how you did it. This is what, so the keyword, but I'm missing why. I don't know why this is important. This, on the other hand, is missing the what. Roadmaps and KPIs, not as much of a keyword as you would think. They're important to have, but those are not the actual keywords. These are going to be sort of the keywords. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm missing from this, basically. So let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else. Agile, yeah. It's also too dense. Like, your formatting is hurting that, because, like, there's a lot here. This should not be bolded. Please use my formatting, even though the formatting I have is what you want. The basic boring formatting is it. And I just need you to make a little bit of changes. So the very first bullet point is a very summary that people that do not understand anything about your industry can understand what you do. If you went to a career day at a kindergarten and you said, I manage programs to achieve 2,030% service margin and increase of 14 million in savings, the toddlers would be like, what? And I need you to write that in a way that the toddlers would be like, oh, I get what you do. And then you can go in the rest of them, where I'm going to need keywords that are what you did, which is the qualification or keyword. More so qualification rather than keyword. Higher you go, the less important the keywords are. You still have them if you can. The what, keyword, qualification, how you did it, and why you did it. So again, this resume has proven to go forward. I understand why. That's fine. But I also, here's another thing is, I need a little bit more about your industry. I assume it's medical, which I think I saw something with medical here, but I don't know your actual industry. A lot of them want your industry. So you're going to need to redo a lot of these bullet points. You're going to need to redo the formatting a little bit, and then we should actually get you to there. And I know you're saying, how do I go into People Program Manager? The issue is you apply, because Company A may have different qualifications, and this may be enough to go into more of the people management. So, which I also don't see entirely, but we all got to start somewhere. So I hope this was helpful. Also, the PMP is great. You want the PMP up top. That's good. I am not a fan of putting it necessarily in your name. I would put education and put the PMP up top, and then do the MS and BE. So, but you definitely do want the PMP, because sometimes people might mistake it for the name, which hopefully not, but the PMP is good. So I hope that made a lot of sense. I am very tired at the time of recording this, but I think that's actually important for me to record stuff while exhausted and tired, because the recruiter who's reviewing this may also be exhausted and tired, and you have to get past somebody who is exhausted and tired and probably distracted, and it's 1,000 things going on. So stop by the channel. I can give you more help. Again, just whenever I'm live, you can ask me when the resume is, and I'll help you there. But let's move on to the next resume. Okay. Humans are more understanding than ATS. Yeah. If I submitted my resume today, how long, number of streams away would it take to get reviewed? How would I know? Dang, I'm learning dense resumes are not necessarily a plus. Yeah, it's a balance. On average, it's about a week to a week and a half till I review it on stream, and about 3 weeks till it goes on the YouTubes. The YouTubes? What the hell? Until it goes to YouTube. So that's about how long it takes. Yeah, it's because it's, it takes me a while to actually do that kind of stuff. So I can usually track where you're at, because right now I just did a resume that was submitted on the 16th, and there's only one more resume before we go to the 17th. So that's about how long it takes. About a week and a half. And you can ask me if you really need it, and I can tell you where you are in the queue. So that's about how I do it. I know there should be a better way to do it, and I'm just not sure how to do that yet. Truthfully, the real thing would be to get an actual ATS, which I don't necessarily need because of the volume of my roles, and I don't want to be hit up by all their salespeople all the time. But I do know I would probably go with one of them. So, because since I'm a solo shop right now, I don't really need an ATS. It's when you start having multiple recs in multiple industries, you start having a large amount of volume, it can be very beneficial to have one. So, but yeah, you can tell me like how close am I, and I can search it, but about the date, I think that's usually the best way to do it. So let me mark this, and then I think we are probably reaching the time. Oh god, I need to eat food. Time where I need to take a break, and we end the stream until tomorrow. And again, I will be back on Tuesday at 3 p.m. PST, and then back again on Wednesday at 11 a.m. PST. 3 p.m. That's so 11 and 3. So thank you all for joining me. We're going to raid another channel. If you have not raided a channel, please do this with me. It really helps me out. It's like a free marketing thing, and it helps me basically show other people, and I very much like it. So we're going to raid another channel, and I want to thank you all for joining me. Let's see who we can do. We probably should do somebody. Let's see. This is NHAN Codes. She's doing JavaScript programming. That sounds interesting. Let's do that. Let's do her. So thank you all very much for joining me. KRK, in your guide, would you include how to use application sites like LinkedIn and how to do better search in them? I should do that. So ask me that question tomorrow, because again, the guide is nowhere near for completion. Nowhere. Ask me that tomorrow or the next time, and I'll give you probably a better answer. So let's raid this channel and say hi to this person. Tell them hello from me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me. I'm going to get food before I have another meeting in 30 minutes. So thank you very much for joining me, and we're going to raid in 3, 2, 1. I think I just did it. Yes, it did. It raid. Haha! No, did they left right as I'm about to raid. No. We're gonna go to somebody else. We're doing somebody else. The second I was gonna raid them, they left. We have to go to somebody else. That was the worst timing. Okay, let's try this again. I had the ending and it was ending and everything else there. All right, let's go with Oh, that was funny. All right, let's go CMG Griffin. He's cool. I'm gonna go with him. That was 6. Okay, I like this guy. His music's fire. He's talking about a bunch of stuff. I have the worst luck every time. All right, we're gonna raid now. So, oh, did I do it right? Did I screw up? Yeah, no. Thank you all. No worries. I will. No, I screwed up. I rated the wrong person. No, I will get this right. Oh, come on, Lee. You're a Twitch streamer. You got this. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Let me try one more time. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is like the worst rating ever. This is so bad. I understand if it's like one person now, but this is. Okay, we're doing this. Whatever. I don't know who this is. Let's try to do this. Let's see if I'm following. I'm gonna try to go to this guy. Am I actually rating him this time? Let's do it. Let's try it again, y'all. Last time I got nobody. Oh, I'm so sorry. This was hilariously misdone. All right, now we're ready for real. 3, 2, 1. Thank you all.